Welcome. It's Saturday Night live from Greensboro, North Carolina. And
Bloomington, Illinois, yes.
Bloomington, Illinois. Live from Greensboro, North Carolina. And
Bloomington, Illinois. That's the microphone right there.
That's the Vincent Vega. Who are you? I'm Mia Wallace. And this, Vincent Vega. Anyway, we start with the wonderful noise and sound effects. And here we go.
I have a feeling you could meditate to that for 15 minutes straight.
It's wonderful. It's a soothing sound of foam being formed on a beer. I overdid it with that, but it's a little foamy.
Damn lico.
Correct. Correct. That's how you make milk.
That's does the U.S. have like these terms? What's it called? Lico, and then
No.
How it goes?
U.S. has just
U.S.
one.
has no foam. You gotta get it off.
Knock it off with a knife.
Yeah.
No. I just want.
They go too much foam, and they always like.
Yeah, and I always cry when I see him knock off the foam. I'm like, God, no, leave. No, boom. No, just please. Can I have a little bit of head? Yes. Well, no. And then pours it off into the sink. I'm like, oh no, that's beer abuse.
And then they put lime in that shit.
Lemon, lime, orange, strawberries, blueberries.
And my roommate just confessed he was at a bar and he had a Dos Equis. They gave him a lime. He squeezed it out into it and then tossed it in. I was like,
Yeah, that's what you do with a tequila or with a cocktail, not with a beer.
And anyway. I told him it's used for like the lime on the beer is used to like spread it around the rim of the glass because in Mexico there's a lot of mosquitoes or something like that.
Flies.
So the mosquitoes, mosquitoes, whatever. So they don't sit on it, right?
Flies, because on their feet they got all sorts of diseases, and when they go, basically a fly, every time it sits down, it shits. So when a fly is crawling around your mug, it's shitting on the edge.
Disease,
yeah, it's shitting on the edge, basically. It's like, when you have cockroaches and stuff, you try to kill him and he's dying, he just shits himself.
Oh, right.
So that's the fly. When it lands, it does something similar. So it just lays the eggs and diseases and crawls over shit. Then that same feet she takes and she puts it. So you don't want the flies to be sitting on your bottle or your rim of the glass. Anyway, so cheers. We're starting off. Kickoff at 10:59. Tried to do it earlier, but cheers.
Cheers. Okay. That full moon day.
Okay, can I have another? Where's the bartender?
No bartender, no me.
Fuck, no bartender.
Maybe you should hire one. That's only for Plzeň. You can't use that for.
English is good enough. Let's see if I fall off the chair again.
No. Yeah, we already know that sound.
No, I lowered the chair a little bit. It's a little better.
It's more to the ground. It's more.
You gotta sit back more, and you gotta lower it. It was too high last time. Now I learned. We learn through our mistakes. Anyway, so what topics do we have to discuss today? Connections on LinkedIn before you start doing business with them.
Full disclosure, we are not going to name any names. Hopefully.
Except for Pavel Kracik.
Nedvídek.
Pavel Kracik. Program director of a Czech radio station.
Oh, I thought you meant the
Pavel
other.
Pavel Kratzik
Yeah, okay, yeah,
who had,
that's
ish,
one
who,
of
had
them. But I
ish,
meant
who had issues with the police and went hiding to Peru because it has no extradition.
okay.
Anyway, it's always useful to verify people before you do business with them. For example, if you want to become a sponsor of Barcelona FC, they won't meet with you. Nobody from Barcelona will meet with you about sponsorship ever. Why? Same reason you got to screen people on LinkedIn. Barcelona has special people that they don't talk about. One of them is my friend. And they send these people to pre negotiate, verify, vet the potential. Because, like, let's say the guy, let's say Pablo Escobar says, okay, I want to sponsor Barcelona. And he's going to say, well, all right, my company, blah, 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 they're going to be sponsoring Barcelona. So they say, oh, well, yeah, can you meet our boss tomorrow? And they have the representatives of Barcelona meeting Pablo Escobar. They don't know who they're meeting, really. I mean, just, he was pretty famous, but you don't know what the guy does. And so then, even if they refuse that sponsorship, they already met with him. Once you're associated with them, they would get bad press because they'd be like, "Oh, what are they doing with the drug pin here?" So they don't do that. They have people that they give good commissions to that go first, traveled all over the world to look for sponsors. So if you want to sponsor Barcelona, first you have to have a pre-meeting with an agent that is not official agent of Barcelona. There's no way associated. These guys are freelancers. They meet with people. There's a bunch of them, and they have, of course, for every country or every continent, they send special envoys, meet with the guys. But it's not an official Barcelona meeting because they're not associated directly with Barcelona, and that's how you get the big sponsorships. He vets them, he meets with them, sees if it's okay, verifies everything else that goes on in that uh, predicament or in that setup, and checks the people. And only if you pass this first test, screening meeting, you get to meet with people from Barcelona.
Okay, well, okay. Stop making me look stupid. Let's get into the topics. I understand. Okay, please.
No, but I'm talking about this is like same thing on LinkedIn. You don't want to be meeting with everybody. At
You
least
always have
Google
a
their
way of
name.
tying something to something.
This is what I but this is well, this was my intro story without, you know, getting into particulars. I'm just telling you about the
Okay,
principle. So before you start and LinkedIn being a number one networking platform in the world in the social media,
number
well,
one.
you really want to meet with everybody and start a business with them all the time? Please Google their name. Don't end up being associated with Pablo Escobar. I mean, you don't know. Tying back into AI, the profile picture can be fake, the name can be fake. Even if you meet on video, you could be meeting with an avatar today. You don't even know if that's the real guy, and that's one of the news. I don't know if you're going to talk about that tomorrow or if this is something that we were talking about. Is people now don't even go to interviews; they send avatars that they plug into ChatGPT. So it's kind of like. So before you start any kind of a business relationship on on LinkedIn as well as anywhere else, vet the people. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to be hanging out with a bunch of criminals, drug dealers, scammers, rapists. I don't know. I mean, anybody can have. People are crazy. It's a crazy world out there, and same thing. You just learned about that not so long ago. The Nigerian prince scam. It's prevalent, and now it's more accessible to everybody. It can hit you anytime. So before you start a business with anybody, vet, check the background at networking events, at uh, one-on-ones. Just make sure you check them out before you get your name associated with them all over the place, because you're going to bring that reputation onto you. That's why Barcelona will not meet with you directly, because they don't know you. They'll send people to get to know you. Then they meet with you in the second or third round. But you got to be vetted first. And that's what people should do. I mean, it's just basic security. I mean, just your thing. I mean, you had a one-on-one, and then they try to scam you into doing interviews.
Recruit me into online crime.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Did you know that when you met with him one-on-one? Did he look like a criminal?
No, not really.
That's what I'm talking about. Vet everybody. Vet everybody. Be careful. I mean, crime is so much easier in the digital world, in the world of AI. It's just it's spread so much, and then you don't even know where that person is actually broadcasting from. Really, he says, "Well, I'm in Hawaii." How do you know? How
Or
do you know
Canada.
how do you know he's not in Indonesia? Well, I checked his IP. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there's such a thing called such as IP tunneling, IP spoofing. So how do you
Mock
know?
location changers and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How do you know? How do you know where he's from?
I actually use some of those. It's fun.
We all use them, but I'm just saying is like you don't realize it because you always want to make that human connection. So you're trying to meet with as many people as possible. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Trust but verify.
Rather trust no one.
That's the thing. Trust but verify. That's what that means. It was a
Don't trust until you verify.
I forget. You would know better than me in this one. Is which president said that?
What?
Trust but verify. It's a presidential quote.
I actually don't know that.
Ooh.
I know it should be later though. It
So
probably is going to be like Nixon, Reagan, or something. Hang on.
it's like in the 50s or 60s, I think.
Yeah, it's not going to be like the 1800s.
No, it's
Trust
like
but validate. Hang on, wait. It's a Russian proverb.
yeah, it is originally.
Oh.
But
Oh, okay, which rhymes in Russian. Hang on, wait. I saw it. Trust but verify is blah blah blah. Oh, the phrase became internationally known in English after Susan Massey, a scholar of Russian history, taught it to Ronald Reagan.
there you go.
Trust. Yeah, I kind of guessed Nixon, Reagan.
Yeah, it's like mid-century later, late. Yeah, but it's trust but
And they
verify.
use it.
I mean, you can trust anybody, you can meet with them, but verify, and it's an important thing. And it's like I want to make a separate post about it, but I will eventually, probably maybe two. But
the original is doveriai, no proveriai.
Doveraj.
Dove. Oh, it's written like doveri.
Důvěřuj, ale prověřuj.
Okay, that's actually okay. I don't know. It's like a whole thing. I know I heard it somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah.
They used
Trust
it in
but
the
verify.
context of nuclear disarmament. Ah,
Yep.
okay, right.
Yep. Trust but verify. So that's important. And on LinkedIn, when you go to networking, I'm surprised that people just don't vet each other in the events. I mean, people are very trusting, and then you're wondering like, oh, how did he get catfished? How did he get this? How did he get the human hacking and stuff?
People are freaking gullible.
That's basically what it comes down to. And I'm like, but I always verify people. I always check it out, and as soon as I see that, I'm like, shit, that's it. I guess I ain't going there anymore. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When you're and that's the same applies to when you're creating a LinkedIn group. Is LinkedIn connections like your network?
Freaking gullible.
When you're building a LinkedIn network, it's the same thing. Don't let everybody go in. Only make connections with people that make sense. That will contribute, engage, and in some sort of way at least make sense. Then you could verify them as well. I'm not saying, if you want to have 100,000 connections, if you're building like just numbers, yeah, of course, you're not going to go vet everybody. I have 100,000 connections. I have to do a full FBI check on everybody in my network. No, that's not the thing. But before you do any kind of other steps, please check out if they're not even just a ghost profile. I mean, there's so many profiles that are, just like the old scam on Facebook. People send you a connection request, especially women, and then once they're connected to you, all your friends see that they're connected to you, so they're more trusting and they will accept their,
or it's woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, especially women. It's an old grandpa somewhere in Chukotka, and so, you know, you don't know.
Is that
I
Zacharias?
swear to God, listen. I swear to God, this is what Vitek told me just now this week. He met with an ex-girlfriend of his, and she was in jail. Yep, the next girlfriend. He met her after like 20 years, and she was checked in jail because she
Wow.
says she was she's a cool girl. They went out together and stuff. She was trusting, and so she met somebody from the Middle East, fell in love, and then he asked her to smuggle people across into Europe,
Oh,
and and then they just dropped her. So it's kind of like a marriage scam kind of thing because they just needed a mule to be transporting people into Europe. I don't know the details of it, but I know this is what she was in jail for because she
so
fell.
is she in jail or prison?
No, she's now no, she's now free, but she did time
Oh,
for
so prison.
for yeah, she sat in prison for a couple of years. She did her
Wow.
time for her crime, just because she fell in love with somebody, and the guy's, oh yeah, let's get married, blah 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 blah, this, and he pulled her in, pulled this, and then she was basically in the trap. She was forced into doing it, and the moment she got picked up by the cops, oh yeah, I don't know her. So I mean,
Yeah. So it's like people just don't know. I mean, you look at these you look at this from an external viewpoint, like how could this person be this global? How could somebody trust somebody this blindly to smuggle people into a country? But then you're not in their shoes, you don't see it. Right?
once you jump into the carousel or the roller coaster ride, you're on
It's
the
hard to
ride.
get out. Yeah.
It's not easy to get out. I mean, it's the same thing with the Nigerian prince thing. I mean,
So you got to be able
these
to sniff it out.
no. The point is and like you did with the FBI thing. I mean, with the FBI,
Trying,
you said you did the crime. You said you might want to report it and stuff. I'm like, no, you don't have to report it. But as soon as like 1% of something is off, yeah, it's probably a shit deal. Get out. Like
it
everybody.
sounded off. Yeah, it sounded off like a right after the fourth message he sent. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, sounds
it sounds BS.
appealing.
And then when he said like, oh, we'll use your stuff to get into interviews, I was like, okay, yeah, well, that's not,
Yeah, all you
he
gotta
said it
do
in
is give
broken
me
English, so it
all you gotta do is give me a password to your bank account, and then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we'll set you up. It's like I don't know. I don't think so. So as
Yeah.
soon as you feel
Or
any that
personal
this
or
is
any personal information, right? Like tax numbers and social security numbers and stuff. Yeah.
even if you feel 1% uncomfortable, stop. Even if you can't put a finger on it, like I'm like this is something maybe I don't know. Well, then get
Yeah,
out
maybe
right
not
there and
stop
then.
like yeah, maybe not stop like forever. Just
No,
verify it.
no, 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 no,
Look,
no. Stop and get out. Stop and get
look.
out. If it no, no, trust me. If it's only 1% off of what you feel would be comfortable to you, get out, leave. It's not worth it because these
You're right
people
that there
that
are
do it
like
and make it
thousands. Yeah,
these
there's thousands
people
of opportunities. Yeah.
exactly these people that have that are doing these scams for a living, whatever it is, whether it's Nigerian prince, whether it's the interviews, whether it's the people smuggling, whether it's drugs, whether it's weapons, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're so good at it that they will sucker you in. And the only time you can get out is at the start. Because once you get every single step, you get deeper into it and you ignore the alarms, the
Yeah, they
alarm
have you.
bells, they keep sucking you in. And so it's like as soon as one thing is off, it's like, no, I'm out. Like I said just now with the people on LinkedIn, I just vetted some people. I'm like, no, that's just it does not sit with me. I'm out. I'm out of that one. That's it.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot of there's a lot of scammers on LinkedIn
yes, yes, there is, and then exactly, and then I don't want to
and
be even
criminals.
connected with them. Really, I mean, I just, it's not worth building a. It's not like, especially when you do engagement with them and stuff. Luckily, most of these people don't do engagement. That's like one way. That's a one telltale sign as well. They just don't do engagement. They just do their own thing and
Should
hope
I
that they
show
catch
the
the fish.
should I show the poll with the comments
Uh, nah, I'll save that for tomorrow. Sorry.
tomorrow?
But it's like no, just these people. There's a lot of these people just don't have any engagement. They don't engage much with other people and stuff like that because they just do their own thing and they're looking for prey. That's all they're doing. They're looking for prey generally. And yeah, if you get caught inside that, you're never getting out. So like the sooner you get out, then just don't go deeper into it. You got 8 billion people on the planet. There's no reason to land something just because of whatever, and then oh yeah, so you're gonna get free money. You're gonna get free this, free that. Well, free
Yeah.
f you.
How's it? How's it? If it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Probably is, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like no, that's a warning sign, and get out, and that's what it is. And like I said, I'm surprised that people just don't they fall for some of these things. I mean, just it's amazing. To me, it's amazing. I mean, I can't say I didn't get scammed ever, but I only got scammed by people that pretended to be friends of a family. But
Uh,
that's the only people that were ever able to like really scam me.
yeah. I
It was
wouldn't
like,
get deeper
oh, my
into that.
mother's friend. Oh yeah, we were. I was friends with your mother from childhood. Later on, in 10 years, I found out that all they knew was scammers. I was like, I guess I can't talk to these people anymore. So there goes my family ties.
Wow. I wouldn't get in. I wouldn't get deeper into that. It's personal stuff.
No, I know, but I'm just saying this is just. I had this rule. I just, as soon as even now that we were doing with, what we were doing, talking about the insurance and stuff, and I was like, it's not wasn't a scam, but it wasn't a straight up deal. Something is off.
What do you mean, like
And so
the benefits sales or something?
what we were just doing with insurance, I don't want to get into details, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I was just not. I'm not. I'm not either. I'm not trying to
No,
name
but
you
I'm
the
saying
company
is
or
like
whatever. But
something was off to me.
yeah.
I'm like, this. I don't like this. I don't feel good in this. And it wasn't that the guy is a criminal scammer, nothing. But I was
It
like,
seemed a
it's
little bit
off.
unfair, I guess.
Yeah, the scales are tilted against me. For example, like we could say that the table was tilted against me. So I'm like, no, I'm out. That's it. And you saw that I mean, basically, what the defining moment was the Zoom call.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not a professional outfit. I'm sorry. I don't want to be associated with that. And that was all it took. Was that meeting was actually the tiebreaker. I was like,
Yeah.
no, that's it.
Once you get to meet the people, you can probably like sniff them out.
Yeah. And even I knew these people for a while, and they're doing something that they're gonna do it right. They're gonna make money, and it's not gonna be illegal. It's but still not a good business for me. Just
Yeah.
because it's legal doesn't mean even it's good business. And I don't believe I would
Build
ever.
on your that. That's a lesson right there. You remember when I had what was it? When I got blocked by that one guy. Build on your own turf
Yeah, exactly.
first, then you can start partnerships.
Yeah, and you got to verify them, and yeah, these people were verified, so I know, but still, it's like it wasn't a good deal for me. So yeah, just get out. No reason to get deeper into scams. No reason to get into deeper anything, and and again, I'm gonna come back to the AI world, and it's just especially in the world of AI, it's like scams are so prevalent. It's unfucking believable, unbelievable, and it's only gonna get worse, unfortunately, because of the AI stuff that's just taken over. All
Yeah.
right.
What?
Nothing. Just saying. Yeah, we got the pulsating
All
chaos.
right. Pulsating bubble.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm gonna go have to get a beer as well because this is my second one and I'm running sort of low. So get back here. I need to get.
I'm trying. Hang on. Maybe I should mix it with an energy drink this time, but that would probably not be too healthy.
I did about 10 of those in vodka a night as well.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. I
10
mean,
Red Bull vodkas.
that fucks up your heart, doesn't it?
I don't know. I'm 50 and change and I still don't take no pills. So I
Maybe
don't
when
know.
you're young. Don't drink it when you're young, like I did when I was 13. Anyways,
Yeah, I started drinking this stuff when I was in the 20s and stuff. So yeah, you don't want to be.
yeah, exactly. So it's probably better to not drink it while you're young because then it messes up your growth. Okay, so go get your beer, and then I need to go use the restroom. So rotate, quick.
So you're gonna entertain us now? All right,
If needed, but be quick about it.
do a little song and a dance. Entertain us.
Well, what should I say? I mean, What am I going to talk about tomorrow? The preview, I guess, for tomorrow's live stream. Wrote some topics down here.
Or you could talk about my
No.
QR code.
Oh gosh, of course, yes, the QR code. Profile makeover, guys. If you haven't seen that, right there. You can scan that and get yourself a profile makeover, for a professional one. We do not use AI unless it's for like backgrounds and stuff like that, but everything else is original. My dad will spend time with you. He will talk with you. He will get your keywords and everything and what you want in there. And basically, it's all about communication. Profile makers are all about communication. So he's going to do that for you for $400. And if you were to look at any other non-AI profile makers, there's plenty of profile makeovers, but are like, oh well, I'll optimize your profile for SEO and whatever. Everybody like that is going to use AI always, pretty much always. So if you want a non-AI, because like I was going to say, if you're going to look at some of the companies that do non-AI stuff and just handwritten stuff, I guess you could say, profile makeovers, it would be even triple the price. I've checked myself, so go ahead, get it. It's a good deal, and yeah, or book a meeting with me. Just DM me or something, and if you want further explanation, then yeah, I'll gladly explain it now. What else do we have? Okay, well, that's for the QR code, and now since he's not back yet, then I shall see my stream ideas, and it is okay. So we're going to talk about some stuff about my authenticity, because as you all know now, my tagline says it, so it is true. I'm the number one 19-year-old creator on LinkedIn, most authentic 19-year-old on LinkedIn, number 2. Right? I don't know who number 1 is. Who cares? It's just somebody. But I'm definitely number 2. I know that. So yeah, so it's been going well. So ever since I changed that, I've been authentic and gotten a lot more engagement and even new followers, and I got 3,000 post impressions just this week. So authentic. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about right now. You can switch us to double view again. If you'd be so kind. There we go. Jeez. Yeah. Another topic of the week.
Shut off your mic when you do that.
I'm sorry. I kind of had to.
I know. I'm saying, but just mute your mic. No. What I do is when I try to blow my nose or something, I just like that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because when somebody's listening to it, when you blow your nose, it's kind of like.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's like a high, like when you see the sinusoids, the wave sounds, it just goes all the time. It spikes. It's like. That's why when you make louder noises like that, it's always good.
I don't think, fortunately, that nobody's watching, but
there's always somebody watching.
Well, I mean, the thing is, on my
Big Brother is ever present.
On my repost, I only got 9 impressions. I don't think that many people are online right now. Maybe Alfredo or Freya will join later on.
They will. It's just too early yet for them, but
depends on how long we'll go. If we go for only like 2 more hours, like last time.
Adam House Senior and 4 others reacted to your post just as we were speaking. So they're coming in and out. People. So.
Make sure that it's properly like recording, because from the last Beerathon we only got the last 30 minutes. So
no.
Which by the way, for the viewers, if you didn't catch it on LinkedIn, you can catch it on NC WebDev YouTube channel, right?
NC WebDev YouTube channel. Let me check. I think I am. Yep, NC WebDev and my own profile. So
awesome. Okay, I gotta go use the restroom. Now you entertain, song and a dance. There you go.
I can't dance on this chair, damn it. Cheers, everybody. Let me shut off the cam eye. There we go. Oh, you see my pillows in the back there. Cool. I love that sound. I'm actually thinking about writing a book. I think it would take me about a week. So if anybody has any sponsorship money, hey, give me so I don't have to do any other work. Lock myself up someplace and I'll just knock out a book in a week. What the book is going to be about? Well, that's our next segment of discussion with my son. So I'm going to wait for him a little bit. But generally, most of the stuff that we're going to talk about, but generally, my book would be about the authenticity and authentic stuff, which a word that I came out with. But at first, I thought it was more of a um, sort of a slander or just belittling people and stuff. But now I'm just seeing it's like AI is becoming so prevalent everywhere, and people react to it better than anywhere else. I mean, I just generally, um, I'm I'm a pretty good writer, and why do I know that? Because ever since college, I've been told that I'm a pretty good writer by third party people. I always get my message across pretty straightforward. I know what I'm saying. Sometimes I find a long way to get there, but I usually do. I get there, I get there, and I'm good to go. But the problem is my way of doing it is no longer modern, and I think we're seeing something that I think we're seeing something that I've warned about, and that
You're cutting out on us, and he's gone, and he's back. Hello.
it was through, like I said, the Wi-Fi here. Yeah, the Wi-Fi here dropped basically.
I hope that it doesn't cut off now. Okay.
It doesn't matter. On YouTube. It's going straight, but yeah, I see that I don't have the connection on my phone. My phone is not connected to the hotel Wi-Fi. That's what happened. So now it's switched basically to the regular. That's why it was only a blink blink. But last time when that whole connection dropped, it was just like it just went like everything went off and stuff. So this is a little bit
Oh
different.
wow. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize. I just checked your that post you made yesterday with the devil and then the guts spilled all over the place.
Bloody post.
Yes. You know how much? You know how? I think you know how many reactions it had, right?
Well, now it just got another one, so I know.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, it's one plus 22 others reacted to the post.
Crazy.
Do you know how many reactions this Beerathon already got now?
What 5? I think I
Six.
just saw. Oh, okay.
6.
So who are the 6? Come on, guys, join up. Oh wow, really? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People just come in and out. I mean, you're sitting here for 2 hours or whatever, so not everybody has time to listen to for 2 hours. But
No,
the
we'll
fact
go
is,
for
they
4
come
hours
in, they
now.
come out, and they'll listen to it later if they find it interesting. Not everybody has time all the time, but that's fine. That's what you sit here for a long time. That's what you do this for. Is you do this for the exposure and you get people
By
to.
the way, it's unnatural. Right now, it's actually that the camera isn't perfect. I think you should flip it because you should be, with the profile makeover here. There you go.
Doesn't matter.
It does.
It's
You're
because
hosting it.
it's because the camera disconnected.
Oh,
That's why the connected. So always the one that is on the
yeah.
live first goes to the left, and then
Can you share your Restream studio screen or no?
we can always try.
I was wondering because I wanted to see how to get the chat overlay into the thing because last time I was streaming, I know you told me about it last week. You were like, "Oh yeah, put the chat overlay on it." And I was trying to do that, but I just couldn't find it, and I didn't want to mess with it for 10 minutes on stream. So,
I don't see it
tell
here.
me where,
No.
tell me where it is. Like, hang on, I'll go into my studio. I'll
No,
try
no,
that.
no, 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 no. I'll show you right now. because you gotta share the
Oh, that's
window.
weird.
Yeah, I know this one. It's weird, but you gotta share the window. But
Okay.
anyway, it's over here. It's just overlay right here. You're going to
Oh, you
chat
just click it.
over
Oh,
the
chat
bottom,
overlay. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, that's okay. Oh, cool. Interesting.
and you can shut it off. But when there's a comment, for example, you show it like this, but the overlay stays. Or you can just shut off the overlay
Right, right.
and shut off this as well. You can just turn this on back, then the
I am a
overlay.
little bit curious if I share my own, if I share my own thing with my camera on, is it gonna block? Hang on, hang on.
Why
What's
would
going
it
on
block you?
here? I don't know.
No, what do you mean? Who's gonna block you? Why?
Like because no, the restream. I didn't think it could use two cameras, like the same camera from for two different tabs, right? Because sometimes that's how it works.
No, you
Maybe
can't.
can't. Well, I can or cannot
I don't think
because
you
I
can.
am right now. Hang on,
What
I'll
do you
show
mean?
you. I'll show you this one. Look, I'm literally on here on my background. It's laggy as hell, but see, it's bizarre. Anyways, I'll close that before
All
my
right.
computer
All right.
crashes.
Okay. Anyway, you got us off track now with the overlays, but
I'm sorry. It's an improv show. Okay, we're not on any sort of script. Okay, all right. Yeah, exactly.
chill, chill.
Well, okay, but you're making it out there.
Yes, but I was talking about AI teaching people that I was posting last year that AI is now teaching people. Are we teaching AI or is AI teaching us?
Yeah, it's teaching us
And
mostly.
and last year it was still, and I said I'm a pretty good writer, and I not because I think so, but because
Camera.
not the stream,
Hello.
just not the stream, just the camera.
I know. I heard the so I already know it's not the stream.
Yeah, for some reason, well, because I have like it's on a USB. I would have to like change the USB. I'm not gonna worry about
Okay.
it.
Well,
It just come off once in a while, and it slows down, and we probably shut off for some more. Just wondering whether you were able to hear me. Probably so because my microphone is the headset. So, but no, last year I said I'm a pretty good writer. People told me because I think so, but people tell me like I always get my message across pretty well, which you can see when I wrote to your teacher 11 years ago that she understood the message as well.
yeah, my mom Katoliczka told said, did he actually write that? Because she thought like since he wrote that, that's why she gave me the bad grades. That's what she said.
But
Good thought.
Jakobska Knižka shows a different story.
Yeah, yeah. Direct opposite.
But anyway,
Anyways,
so I'm a pretty good writer. I can communicate my messages. And lately I've been noticing that, I mean, and I warned about this. I have a post. If you're going to go back a year or so, you'll find a post. I'll probably find it in my archive, but you'll find a post where I'm saying, is AI teaching us or are we teaching AI? Because yes, some of the basics, of course, you have to teach. So the AI learned from us, from our interactions. But I think now it's coming to the point where over the last year or so, AI has been teaching us more than we've been teaching it. And it's not individual. It's not like, oh, I'm teaching Corella, but I'm not teaching that person. I'm teaching him, but not that one. No, you know, I think as a society, the AI is now at a point where it's teaching us. And I've noticed it last year, and I'll tell you why and how I noticed it. Because a lot of the radio ads that I've heard and listened to were using AI phrases and it was just being standard. So I'm thinking like if these people are using these standard AI phrases like deep dive, delve, and blah blah blah. And as people then are listening to these phrases in the radio, they get more accustomed to them. And once they get more accustomed to them, they basically like Pavlov dogs. they get and they start saliving because they hear this, and so they get excited because it's a familiar phrase that they've heard on the radio 1,000 times or someplace else or whatever. It's just they're being exposed to. And so now we're getting into the time where, and I've noticed this over the last couple of months especially, is where people are just more comfortable with what AI says, and AI has been trained to know what we like. And you said that yourself, that AI is basically a people pleaser, so it will tell you what you want to hear, and people are more happier with it. So no matter how good you are at writing and posting and doing whatever, the AI can probably do it better than you at this point. And this, I'm talking about society as a whole. You're always going to find the people that will tell you, well, this is not the case because I don't like, because I personally hate the AI text. But then again, I'm a writer, so
Unfortunately, me too.
I know what I'm saying. But I have like years of experience writing.
I
So
always have, whenever I make the post, right, the authentic post, of course, I have the itching to change a lot of things, but I can't. And then I post it, and then it gets the exact same number of reactions as a post which I put 20 times the effort in.
exactly. And so people now are so accustomed to AI, it's been trained by us to love us and to give us what we want to hear. And I'm sort of like, it's pretty mind boggling. I mean, and that's something that I said I could write a book about what to watch out for and stuff. But the AI has this sort of read pretty well by now, and it's setting up traps for us. And I think people are being dumbed down by the education system, and this has nothing to do with politics, but just the reality. And now we're being dumbed down even more by AI because we're surrendering everything to it. And even this week, me and you both started just posting pure AI content, and we're having same if not better results.
Probably even better because I haven't gotten trying to check now. Hang on.
No, no, just
I'll
show your
showcase it. Yeah.
show your analytics.
It's true. Hang on. Wait.
Because you're
Impressions.
gonna have the list of
And
things there.
and I also have better impressions because I post every day because I didn't have much time to put the effort into like an actual written post and stuff.
Make something
So
meaningful.
instead, I just do every day. So instead, I just do ChatGPT every day.
Copy
Okay.
paste. Yeah. We'll discuss the topics, of course, and we'll say something, and then small editing and small time goes into it. But it's like 1% of the time that it used to
Are
take
you
us. But
connected?
now it's But now it's like, but it's having an impact.
Yeah.
Do
So first of all,
no, do like at least
now I wanted to show the impressions. I wanted to
I
show
know,
the
but that's
impressions
what I'm
first
saying. Do at
before.
least 30, 20, no, yeah, do 28
28.
to 90 days even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was what? When did we start doing it? Like here we started doing the AI
Yeah,
content.
like
Yeah, about Saturday
10 days
because
ago or something like that.
yeah, last week we realized all that. So then we started doing this. So this last week just crazy. So yeah, because I'm doing posts every day, which makes sense. But at the same time, I'm not putting a single here and there, okay, but it's not as much as before. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
But here, so yeah, what is this? Okay, hold on, 3 episodes podcast. I think this was the last post that I did that was um it actually had effort in it. And then of course this week's lessons, which actually surprises me. Now this is just pure AI. Let me show more. Oh, and it's gonna okay. I asked for show more, not that post. Oh, here we go. Because it lagged. Okay, weekly wrap up again. Another one. So my live streams have now been getting. Typically, that would not be the case. That my live streams are getting more impressions than actual posts. So here, ChatGPT, another handwritten one. Notice the reactions. Okay, the impressions. I don't give a shit about the impressions because the engagement is what people look at because people can't see this. Now, what else? This is pure AI. 28 pure AI.
Yeah.
Although I did like the image on this one. I got to showcase it. Also AI, although for some reason it doesn't even show the. There should be like content credentials in the upper left corner.
Yeah, but we did this one where you edited it, so it's kind of like you saved it as a copy. I remember that.
Well, another one. Hang on, I'll show you another one because in some it just doesn't do it in some cases. Hang on, where's the one that I did? I think it does. I think it did it for this one. Nope, that's AI. See this? Nothing. Maybe I can't see it. Maybe I'm the only one who can't see it, and
no,
can't. I don't know.
No, it's not the way it works.
Never mind. And then this, of course, only 162 impressions, but it already has 16 likes, which is probably going to go up because this is today's post. I did still like the image. Like, look at this. AI also. I like it. I really do. So yeah, so this was an interesting post, of course. That most people don't comment. And this was about Melanie Goodman, who I'm going to mention on tomorrow's stream. She did a poll here. Show posts, and then she did this poll where she showcased that how many comments do you make per week. Most people, this 0 to 20. Almost 60% of the people only do 0 to 20. So if you're doing over
actually, if you want to become the top 10%, all you got to do is break 100.
Oh, okay. Well, I already am at that.
Because it's 59. No, go back there.
Wait, where? Oh,
go back. I want to show you something. 59 plus 21 is 80, 86. So basically,
right, yeah.
So it's 86% of people in this poll, which already has 78, votes or whatever.
That's a pretty good sample number. Yeah.
Yeah, it's decent size, and once you get over 50 and stuff, it's decent size. And basically, that shows that let's say 90% of people don't really break 100. Yeah. So if you want to rank among the top 10%, just break 100 comments a week. What is that? 13 a day?
That's about 14? That. And I do have. Oh, here. Yeah.
Well, 15 would be 105. So.
Yeah, and I'm surprised by this, by the way, because I'm literally like barely even trying. I'm sorry, but
exactly that's the whole thing. That's the entire secret to LinkedIn now is like you don't even have to write content. You just copy paste ChatGPT. People will love it, and as long as you engage without any kind of tools, because some people also use tools to engage, then they suck. And then they get blocked, but that's a different story. And
then the gurus get mad because they got blocked.
bring back this one, bring back that one. Don't cheat, you'll be all right. So the content doesn't matter how you produce it, as long as it has some kind of meaning. You do a good prompt and stuff like that. But the engagement is what's going to drive it. If you don't engage, you're not going to get that. And I'm going to share now my stuff, and I'll show you. I have 3,000 followers or connections. They got 2,500 connections and 3,000 followers altogether, but 2,500 out of that is connections. Anyway, let me share the screen here, and you see I have less than you. Gee, what a surprise. And you don't have half, but you have double the impressions. And let's see. So... last 28, I got a little less, I did break 400 one day. That was when Luke Matthews commented on my post. 237. On the average now with the AI, that I'm just doing pure AI, I get 200 impressions, which is decent. I am not so good at the commentaries and stuff, but if you look at that as LinkedIn boring 501, that's the one that drives it. And that's 205, 181, So I get on the average, I got like 200 on each one. This is the funniest one. Gemini audio review. This is 2 weeks ago. It still got 200. It's still got 106. From 2 weeks ago, it still got 166 impressions. And this is pure AI. Network Like a Spider was created by carousels, the AI carousels, and then the Gemini audio review is just you upload it to Gemini, and he has two people talking, having a conversation, making a review of your content, which is an awesome tool. But it's got comments, it's got reactions, it's got it's like wow, shit, this is good. And this is, well, you are the algorithm I just mentioned. I want to reshare that to somebody that was talking to Israel, and but yeah, I mean, I don't do as many comments, and that's where the difference is. I mean, because I think my comments, if you look at that, is a little less than what you have. Yeah, I got just 60, So that's the difference right there. I didn't have time this week to comment. I just had to play catch up. But yeah, this is the prime example of what I'm talking about. But if you want to be understood, but my main point is now is like if you want to be understood by majority of people, just do AI stuff. Don't even worry about explaining it because if you're going to be sounding smart, then you're basically writing it for the smart people. Whereas
Yeah.
AI writes it for everybody. Smart, not
Now you
smart.
could pull up all of the statistics about how IQ is basically
Bell curve, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to attract the crowds, you leave it to ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. It's
Yeah,
gonna do a
and
better job than you.
ChatGPT is always gonna bring it over here.
Yeah, it's gonna be hitting the middle of the bell curve, which will give you the impression. So it's like the world is changing. It's strange, and I've been fighting it for a long time, but I think we're succumbing to it, and I think we need
You have
to
to embrace it at this point.
you have no exactly you have to embrace the use of it, and again, it's going back to you know. Uh, it's going back. Yeah, you hit the camera, but now you've got the mic. It's going back to what is the episode of Twilight Zone?
There's
To
a lot of
serve
episodes on
to
it.
serve man.
Oh yeah.
But then it was a parody of that was made by
Yeah.
Marcy.
Season 3, episode 24.
Yeah, I don't want to play it or nothing. It's just but
No. But like for those who wanna,
want to check it out. I do recommend everybody checks that out because it's kind of like
it's a
you
really
know
good episode.
at the end of the thing, it's kind of like guys trying to fight the system and stuff, and he's like, "Oh no, this is the truth. This is the truth." Then he just starts eating because it's like you
Yeah,
can't.
the episode itself has actually 9 on IMDb.
Yeah, because it's kind of like just to hell with it. You just can't. I try to fight. And try to educate people on like sustaining their intelligence and education and stuff. But it's kind of like no. If you want to be seen, if you want to be effective, use the AI because it's going to do a better job of attracting a larger audience than you ever will. Because it's designed to do that. You're not designed to do that. you will only be affiliated with people, or you will only reach people that want to be reached and that are close to you and stuff like that. But ChatGPT will put it in a way where it's kind of like everybody will understand it, or a lot more people. It's just a game of percentages. Whereas if you write the best content ever, you're going to be understood by let's say 40% of the people. If ChatGPT writes it, it's going to be understood by 80 to 90% of the people. That's how it's
Yeah.
designed. That's
So
that's the basic design
guess
of AI.
how guess who you're gonna resonate with more.
Yeah, that's how it is. So even if you don't like it, because like for me, like who've been writing for 30 years plus,
Yeah, because AI has training from not just the smart people content, but from the entire internet.
yeah, that's broad spectrum. That's what it is. But yeah, it's kind of like, well, I want to attract only the quality. Yeah, the hell with it. Just let ChatGPT do it. Just give up. Give up the
Yeah.
fight. It's not worth it. And that brings in
No, it
also
isn't.
a lot of pitfalls where people should still sustain. I will still keep saying that people should focus on improving their quality. And I made a bunch of posts about it. It says you got to keep the quality. You got to learn, educate yourself, and improve. But a lot of times People don't have the time.
Yeah. Like your profile makeover. But the thing is, people don't like to comment. And with the profile makeover, you will need to do that, because if you want to grow, right, then a profile makeover is for you. If you are not the type of person to
But you
comment
still,
and go,
but
then a profile makeover is useless for you, because you need to work with it.
you still, yeah, it's just a tool that's on your side and it will promote your stuff. But unless you're gonna, I mean, a lot of people see social media and especially LinkedIn as a billboard. Oh, it's a B2B business, so let me just post my business stuff on there and I'll be seen. No, no, there's plenty of creators that create stuff that have 10,000, 20,000 followers and they still get crap engagement. Why? Because they don't work with it. They don't work with the group. They don't make engaging content. They don't engage because it's a social network. The
Yeah.
basic premise of a social network is, well, hopefully humans to be social. If you're not social, don't go on a social network.
Mm.
Just because you post something on a social network does not make you social. What makes you social is actually the engagement, the socializing and stuff. And so
Yeah.
this is sort of sad to see for me too, because it's kind of like, I think people should put in more effort always, but people look for the easy way out, and this is where we're at. People are used to reading this crap more, and so put out what seems to be crap to you.
What?
Put out what seems to be crap to you,
Oh
because
yeah.
people will understand it better.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're talking. I don't know. I don't like to talk down to people. I don't like to boast about being smart or whatever the fuck. But
It's not about smart. It's just about the way you talk. You will always have a certain group of people that will understand you the most.
a certain
Doesn't
group
matter
of
if your
people, but
IQ
who
is
are those?
90, 110, 150. It's not about that. It's about your
But
persona.
if you're okay, listen. If you're using a story that has several deeper undertones in it, and you're the one who sees those undertones, of course you're going to see them, you're the writer, but then you're giving it out to an audience who's, varying across the spectrum, but most of them are not going to see those undertones, and it's not because they're just like, oh, they're smart, but they just don't see them.
They're not
The
educated.
truth is that that a large majority of people, the big majority of people have an IQ of about what, like 100
100
or
and
something like that,
I think US is like 104, 105 or something like that.
like an average. Yeah, I know
China has
China
like
is like over.
107.
China is over at 110 actually. I think average.
No, I think
Um,
it's below that. I think it's only like 3 or 4 points above US. But doesn't matter.
IQ map world. I swear, I lived off of these maps. Okay, I lived literally. It actually has more than. It says 105. Same with Japan, and
It's
I don't
all
know why
good
does Asia. Why does Asia always have like the highest IQ scores? I don't get that.
because the way IQ scores work is in its pure form, it should be the makeup of your brain, but in the
Well, it's how
modern
you
way,
solve
and
situations, right? Like
no,
how logical and stuff. No.
there's two aspects to an IQ score, and I've done a lot of reading about this. Is the way let me start over.
Okay.
What is an IQ score? IQ score is an intelligence quotient. And basically what it means is how your brain is wired. That means what kind of an engine is powering your persona. Do you have a V8, V6, 5 liter, 7 liter? Do you have a turbocharger in there? Or what do you got? That's your brain. It's supposed to measure that. That's your IQ quotient. the speed at which you can process your information that gets into you. However, because we are not so straightforward human beings, and we are uh, chemical, and we are not electronic, and we don't have like a processor that's a 4 quad, 6 quad, or whatever else is a computer, we can compensate for a lot of the lack of IQ through education. This is one of the parts that happens during your lifetime. And the more you educate yourself, the more you learn, the more information you collect, the more experiences you get, the smarter you get, and the higher your IQ is actually. Even though your brain could be wired on a low uh, frequency, let's say your brain is wired at, I don't know, let's say 105, 107. But as you educate yourself, as you get more information, as you get more experience, you can actually pick up your IQ score to like 120
And they
because of
say that IQ can't be modified.
um, well, that's one opinion, and then you have people that score in their childhood something, and they score 20, 30 points more in their adulthood just because of the amount of information they acquired. But it should not be able to modify. As I said, it's the original. It's supposed to be like you have a V6 engine. You're never going to beat a V8 engine. But we're not built that way. If you train yourself, if you learn and study and practice and do a lot of mistakes, you'll make up easy 10 to 20 points on an IQ scale. Because there's no test that can do that. Because tests have to be on problem solving. Some of it is on knowledge and stuff. So you make up on that test a lot of points. And this is what brings me to Asia, is because they score above the US a lot because they have better education system. They cram the information into the people. The people are really smart to begin with, but they also get that extra boost through the hardcore education. I mean, you go to any Chinese restaurant, what do you see the kids doing? They're sitting at a laptop studying for school. That's what
Isn't that like a little detrimental sometimes?
it can be, but not for the IQ scores. We'll get into other things that I don't want to get into, but this is the about being innovative and stuff like that. That's why, China just basically copy and paste stuff and just are successful with it.
But they're smart. So why don't they just come up with their own shit?
And that because the higher IQ score is not really a high IQ score, it's just higher knowledge and stuff. That's where that what do you call it? Deviation, or better word for it. A deviation is not deviation, it's a discrepancy from the normal. That's where that comes from. It's from because they're educated. So they know how to follow. So if you give them a set of rules, they'll follow it better than anybody else. But if you tell them to innovate something, they'll just copy it from some other smarter people. The ones that have the higher base score, so called, or something. I mean, it's pretty complex and involved. But I believe one of your last YouTube shorts was about people being dumbed down from the use of AI. And here we are. So
I predicted my own transition a month ago.
yeah, basically. So that's what that was. I mean, and now you see it; it's prevalent everywhere. I mean, people just following whatever AI says, but it's dumbing population down.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, and I think it's, I don't know, it might be inevitable, might be permanent, probably is. I mean, it's already very well embedded, and everybody uses it. There's something really revolutionary or bad or something like that has to happen for it to stop being like this. But
Well, number one rule is what?
it's a lot. Follow the money. However, that's always the number one rule in life.
Yeah, but trust no one.
Okay.
And number two is never say never. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing will last. Nothing is eternal. Anything can happen.
I think AI is kind of eternal now. This has been predicted for a
Again,
very long time.
Again, nothing. Never say never.
This has been predicted for a very long time.
It's the direction we're heading in right now, yes, but that doesn't mean it can't be changed.
It's not only the direction; it's how long this has been pretty much predicted, right? And we're not going to abandon it. It's too good to abandon it. Why would we abandon something that can potentially, eventually, once it's AGI, whatever form it takes, why would we abandon something that could solve so many of our problems? And we talked about this in private. We were talking about, oh yeah, we're going to let it solve cancer. We're going to let it solve AIDS. We're going to let it solve world hunger.
Look at the film, for example, Planet of the Apes.
Okay, that's how we're going to end up if we give it control over everything. Or
now there's a new discovery I just sent you this week. There's a new discovery I sent you this week about, oh wait, the Egyptians used to, once upon a time, they used to have very intricate hydraulic tools that were actually helped them build the pyramids. That's like advanced engineering.
Hydraulics is only like modern, supposedly.
Yeah, but they were using them in ancient Egypt. So I think before then we had these advanced tools as well, but somehow society abandoned them for some reason. Because why would you abandon some sophisticated engineering 2,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago? So right now, the use of AI may seem inevitable, and the prevalence, the domination, but then we may just get rid of it and go back to living in mud huts because it's got a bigger meaning in life. I'm just
wondering what would have to happen for that to happen.
Well, we don't know, but like I said, never say never.
Nuclear war. Once we give AI full control over nuclear weapons,
people will give it up. Just the same way people are now willingly surrendering their lives and all their personal information to ChatGPT, there will come a moment where they will just say, okay, well, no, it's for the greater good to just get rid of ChatGPT altogether.
No. You know what's for the greater good? I'll show you. Money is leading to everything. If the Egyptians back then didn't see any future in hydraulics beyond building pyramids or something like that, they're not going to develop it, obviously. But there's so much money to be made from simplifying and scaling and using AI to do that stuff, right? A lot of money to be saved, a lot of money to be made. And whenever the main human driver is some sort of sense of wealth, be that money, be that something else monetary, be that gold, right?
Okay. Like now this is why I said I could write a book about this within a week. And so, okay, and you're right. And let me use your own argument against you.
Okay.
And by the way, Glenn Beck mentioned that in his thing as well, and I agree with him on that part. I just don't see it as bleak as that. But yeah, I'm not a negativist about this. I'm quite positive about the use of modern tech, and I'm always a fan of modern tech. But let's say this happens. Let's say we surrender everything to AI, and AI will just what is AI going to do? Like you said, it just optimizes everything, right? What if, in order to optimize New Jersey, it kills all of Trenton? Just kills, just like creates a situation where everybody in Trenton dies because this will optimize New Jersey. Do you think that would piss some people off?
Right, but if the AI has a hole,
do you think no? Do you think it could be a life-changing event, which would direct people into that? Change direction? What if it be New York City? What if it be Shanghai?
Let me use your own arguments against you. Okay. With the scammers, you have what? Once you're too far in, it's hard to get out. If you give AI so much, if you
no.
If you give, let me finish. If you give AI so much control that it kills the entire Trenton, you're already too far.
Never say never.
You're too far. If it kills the entire city of Trenton, there might be
No.
so many people pissed off. It's gonna kill them too because it's controlling. What are you gonna do?
Then it would kill everybody at the end of the day, and that's not what it's designed to do. And because we are not electronic binary code creatures, we are chemical um, units. We would come up with a way to get around that if it's important enough
Look at
for
Terminator. All I'm gonna tell you. They tried to get around AI. They tried to unplug the computer so it didn't launch any nuclear weapons. Launched them anyways. Darkness.
But still, humanity survived. But every war comes with casualties. But I'm just saying is that at the end of the day, Terminator, they kill everybody except for the 50 people, and they start a new civilization.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I mentioned this and that. Yes, I don't know how bad it's gonna get. I don't know how far, but there's always a way out. Go back to Jurassic Park. Life will always find a way.
Life will always find a way, but
There's always a solution. So no matter how deep you get into AI, yes, the longer and the deeper you get into it, the harder it is to get out, without a doubt, and also the harder it is to break the cycle.
also at some point you're just playing God, which is what we're doing right now. I forgot what it was, but they tried telling my. Oh gosh, hang on. What was this? I saw this something recently where they tried to like do something completely unnatural, like really unnatural. Gosh, I can't remember now.
Well, I gotta go get another beer.
Oh,
So
great.
you
Okay,
think
well, I'll
about
go
that.
try and find it, I guess. But like, oh man. Okay, again.
Beer.
Yeah. Okay. What was it? AI. Actually, let me actually ask ChatGPT about this.
Good.
Yeah, exactly. Because they can search up the internet. Hang on. What was a recent controversial AI development? Let's see here. Yeah, rapid product development. Okay, sure. Get the hell out of here more. It's not the same stuff. What the hell is this? What? I swear it was like something. Fashion marketing, no. It was not related to AI. I don't know.
I gotta put my foot down.
What?
Put the
I don't
foot
know what
down.
you're saying. Put your foot down. Oh,
Wonder what noise
this.
that. Oh, it's beer number 4. So, what'd you find?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the one. That is the one. Do you know? Did you hear? Did you hear about the de-extinction of a species of wolf?
Yeah, the 1 million years or something.
Yeah,
De-extinction.
that is fucking dangerous.
I wouldn't say fucking, but okay.
I apologize. It is dangerous, and humans playing God as always.
What are you talking about? You just like discovered this now? Do you know there's like 7 movies made about this?
It hasn't actually happened before this. Exactly. I know Jurassic
So
World and Jurassic Park,
that's
but
what they were doing. That was the basic premise.
that's a movie. This is real.
Yeah. So was Jules Verne's. Come on.
No, this is real.
Yeah, I know. So was Jules
The
Verne's.
Dire Wolf.
Jules Verne's was a book. You know that?
Jules Verne's is an author.
Yeah. He wrote books. Imagine that.
In April 2025, Colossal Biosciences announced the birth of three genetically engineered wolf pups, Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi, marketed as de-extincted dire wolves. However, these animals are not true dire wolves, but rather gray wolves. Okay, never mind. Edited with 20 genetic tweaks to resemble their extinct ancestors. So they're basically only camouflage. They're not the actual species. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know why did they do that though. Oh
Because
gosh, here
we are experiment-
Yeah, I know.
we are experimenting with things.
That's disgusting.
Well,
I would not want in any way, shape, or form to quote unquote de-extinct animals because they got extinct for a reason. I'll put it that way.
Sonia Chipes, no?
So she best, yeah. The stronger dog.
It's
Yeah.
like the greatest line ever in Married with Children. When Al Bundy goes shopping for that, I think it was a watch or a necklace. I think it was a watch. Goes to the jewelry shop for like, oh yeah, I gotta get this for my wife, and he thinks he saved up enough money on the card and stuff, and the guy goes in there and he's like, he's buying something for like $5,000. The guy's there like doing something, whatever, and the customer is talking to the person there and whatever, and it's like Al Bundy goes in there and the customer just like picking up some small little tiny gold whatever earrings for $20 or $100. Says, "Excuse me, I was here first." So Al Bundy's like, "Yeah, so were the Indians. Get out of my way."
Oh gosh.
Because he had $5,000, he wanted to buy this bracelet or whatever for his wife for his anniversary. He's like, "Yeah, so were the Indians." Pushes him aside. That was one of my favorite quotes and scenes from Married with Children. Anyway, so just that's the way of life. Stronger dog. Yeah, so were the Indians. Get out of my way. I was here first. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Or when
No,
they're
but,
leaving, when they're going to Heathrow Airport after battling upper and lower Uncton, and they go to the airport, and of course Peg Bundy is like, "What?"
I forgot that.
Yeah.
I know the premise, but I forgot the specific scene.
Yeah, but the scene is like they go to the airport, and they're like, there's a whole long line at the airport at Heathrow, and Peggy's going through like, excuse me, Americans coming through, excuse me, pushing people out of the way, Americans coming through. So,
No,
no, we could talk about Greenland now.
don't even start.
Excuse me, Americans coming through.
Don't even start with their little igloos. What happened with the first second lady's visit? Or whatever the hell that was.
Danish people walking door to door saying, "Don't open the door for them. Don't open it.
Oh.
You can't go there. You can't do this. You can't do this," because they were trying to protect their own little interest.
What were they trying to protect there? The three the three
dog slaves.
Yeah, dog slaves, whatever they got there to protect the entire fucking island.
No, it's a lot of money there to be made into precious metals. However, it is part of what I sent you today too. Was that Star Wars thing where they take out the people's rockets from outer space? So Greenland, I think, plays a big role in that too. So That's why they.
I'm just wondering how they're gonna if if America eventually does get natural resource rights or maybe takes over Greenland, how are they gonna get all of the stuff, mine it, right, and then get it
That's not
back?
the
Where are
primary.
they gonna mine it? Are just gonna build mines in the middle of the
No,
snow,
that's not the
iceberg?
that's not the primary goal. Primary goal is the early detection system.
We already got that.
Yes, but you need a point of communication that's going to be Greenland. It's been there since the 1950s or 60s.
Okay, sure. There's already a military thing there now.
Yeah, but there used to be a lot more. It's just got destroyed by the shifting ices, the
Well,
icebergs. So
but then
now we need to rebuild that in a different way and to protect and everything else. It's got there's the thing about, and I don't want to make this too political and stuff, but I'm not
it's
sure how
not political. It's just purely
I don't know how.
strategic.
I know exactly. I don't know how far political or not that is, but the intent there is not to take over Greenland because we just feel like it. The intent is global security.
Mm.
It's a very key point, and ever since the I believe 50s, U.S. has been using that for as an early detection system for everything else. So now they're going to have a triangulation point or whatever in Greenland that will sense, let's say, rockets, the ballistic rockets sent from anywhere in the world towards the U.S. and towards Europe as well from other places. And it's just the point that's that. And actually, Jack told me today, I talked to him, and he says he watched a show where the Nazis had an radar located in northern Canada that helped them detect all flights of over North America and stuff, and nobody even knew about it really. And this is sort of that same style. With Greenland plays a big role in that, and it's a key piece of land in the world where you really like anybody can take over Greenland tomorrow. And who's going to do what? That's why America should hold on to it, because America is the only country in the world that can protect it against everybody else.
They got the
Whatever it is,
small
for whatever
country. They
reason.
got the small no, no. They got the small country armies with the aircraft carrier, so you can just send it there to control it. And
Yeah,
not a lot
and
of
so
other countries have aircraft carrier.
and it's strategically important for global peace. That's where that comes in. It's not about
So rather a deterrent. I'll call
yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. And so it's about when so people should understand that, and it's and I'm sure they're going to come to a deal. Like it's always like, oh yeah, we're going to take over.
They're posturing right now, but
Exactly. But yeah,
it's always like that.
yeah, exactly. It's like the golf courses in Palestine, Gaza.
Yeah, it's same
Just
thing.
a matter of opening up in a conversation in the most ridiculous way to get to a sensible
It's like
result.
we're never gonna sell it. But how? Well, we're never gonna give it to you. Okay, how much money do you want? Oh, okay, now we're talking. Yeah, so exactly the same way.
Yeah, and it's all politics and shit. But
Money.
strategically and geographically, Greenland is part of the Western Hemisphere. It's part of America more than it is Europe, and it is It is a gateway to the Arctic Circle, and the fact is nobody can protect it from better than America, and so it's like and it's just gonna keep peace, and so we have to do that, and that's what's at stake. And most of the people in Greenland really don't care. What you hear in the news is like,
There's Denmark and the parliament there, and the
yeah,
government there.
it's Denmark that's doing all the song and the dance about this stuff, but
Despite
the
Greenland
people,
being semi-autonomous, actually.
yeah, except when it comes to losing the rights over Greenland and the
Yeah,
typical colonialism of Europe.
yeah, Europe is known for that.
But hey, all we're doing is following Monroe's doctrine. So
Depends
tough.
on how you want to count Greenland.
It is geographic. It is geographically part of the Western Hemisphere, and it is part of a North American continent almost.
I can ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, go ahead and ask, and you'll again find out that I'm right.
It's directly in the middle, I feel like.
No, it's not. The globe the flat maps may make it look like that, but it's actually like an hour of boat ride from Canada or something ridiculous like that. I'm not saying
yes,
it's
Greenland is technically part of the Western Hemisphere, but there's a little nuance to it. So it
Yeah.
lies mostly west of the Prime Meridian, which firmly places it in the Western Hemisphere. It's also on the North American tectonic plate.
wait a second. Again, it lies west of which firmly puts it so it's
In the Western
mainly.
Hemisphere.
No, well, if it's firmly, that means it's part of Western Hemisphere. Thank
Okay,
you.
so geographically, and
Yeah,
then but why it's like a little nuance is because culturally and politically it says no.
exactly. But that's
And
what
yeah,
I'm saying.
it is
Is that
actually not.
the
It is
only one
actually
that's
not.
separated. The only thing that's separating Greenland from the U.S. and Canada is Denmark.
So yeah, so it's not a part of the Americas politically, obviously, because it's an autonomous territory. It's not semi-autonomous; it's actually autonomous under the Kingdom of
Yeah,
Denmark.
autonomous where Denmark says everything they wanted to do, they'll have to do and follow their thing. Yeah, it's not authoritarian. It's just Denmark says and Greenland does. But although it's supposed to belong to North America, it's just under Greenland's dictatorship. But it's
Still
autonomous.
colonial.
Yeah, it's colonial BS. It's just again, it's an important entry point into the Arctic, and it's just politically now. So they're just politically, yeah, okay, we'll just take it politically. So were the Indians.
Yeah. Spulability.
Indians.
About time. About time.
Anyway, and so let's get back to AI stuff. But yeah, so that we have this whole umbrella thing where we control things from space, and you have not made the thing about Amazon either. Building up a what do you call it?
Amazon?
No, Starlink. Amazon is his own Starlink. Why are
Oh,
you so
right.
blue? Why don't you just light up a little bit? You look a little blue tonight. Turn on the light. Shine bright.
Geçbi.
Bring everybody along. Oh, now not even I'm watching us anymore.
Nobody's watching. No comments. Sad. Sad. I didn't realize we've been going for an hour and a half.
Ready to connect when network quality improves. Not secure.
Right.
So that's what that was about. Told you too many people on the network now. So that's why I'm running just off of the
Hotspot.
hotspot. I have X number of gigabytes in there anyway, and the timeout is on the restart or reset is on the 18th, so it's good. Anyway, so yeah, it's been an hour and a half of fun, and now let's talk about AI again. And how do we eliminate AI from our lives in under 30 seconds? What is the one thing that keeps AI going?
I don't know. Could be a lot of things. What, just cut off its power? I don't know.
You don't have to cut it off. We don't have enough of it anyway.
You just don't use it.
Just starve it.
Yeah, just don't use it.
No, starve it. It's the contrary.
What does that mean?
Use it as much as possible so it starves to death.
Okay.
Because every prompt you put in, and we're getting into your favorite and my favorite action figures. Every action figure,
I played with it a little bit, but it's just
every action figure that you generate uses so much goddamn energy that if everybody starts generating action figures in ChatGPT, it will basically die within a year.
Sam Altman already said this. When everybody started that or started using the enhanced image generator, their CPUs were literally melting.
I know. So keep doing those action figures because that's the end of ChatGPT. That's the end of AI.
Yeah, just melt their shit.
So that's a very easy way to stop AI. Everybody decides on one day, in one single day, in 1 hour. We all coordinate that, and we enter that prompt at, let's say, 12 o'clock on April 16th, 15th on my birthday. And if everybody puts it there, that's the end of AI that day.
Yeah, or
because it just dies.
It's literally the same thing. That's how the early 2000s, late 90s email worms worked.
No, I know.
Same thing. It's too many requests for a website, it would shut down. So yeah.
DDoS attack.
That's a denial of service. Distributed denial of service. Is it? I'm trying to think. So were the worms committing DDoS or what?
I don't know what you're talking about exactly because there's been so many strategies, different ones used, but
Email worms, open backdoors into computers and stuff.
Yeah, but if you like what you're talking about is getting, if you could set up a worm where you put it in a computer and it'll just crash it because it's going to ask so many requests. But that's what you happen with websites now. You get a bunch of bots, you get a bunch of cell phones, you just hijack them. Let's say a hacker is able to hijack 1 million cell phones, then he can basically use that computing power, to put a worm in it and to hit the website, any given website, by 1 million requests at the same time, crashes the website. So. But now, if you hit ChatGPT with that many requests, it will just burn out because you can't really cool it that fast because it's not designed for that much. It's gaining capacity every day. It's been very prevalent, but we are, and I was just talking to Jack about that too today. Is we are coming pretty close to a point where we need, and I told you that last Sunday as well, and now it's just more and more evident. Is we are hitting it with so many requests and so many prompts and so many entries and stuff that it's basically now at a point where you use a little bit more and it'll just die, and we will be out of energy. Like because Jack, for example, living through 5 Mile Island and stuff, he's like, oh, I'm against this because nuclear power is bad, bad, bad. So it's like, yeah, okay, it's bad, no problem, but how do you want to do this? And it's kind of like, well, you're either going to have to build more power plants very quickly, but as AI becomes more prevalent and it's installed in every single aspect of our lives, and as much as also electric cars are taking up power, you're just going to run out of that. You don't have enough sources of power. So it's basically, well, you want to use ChatGPT or you want to watch TV? What do you want to keep alive? Yes, sure. Everybody was going, oh, ChatGPT. But this time is in 2 to 5 years, and we are not producing enough power to keep in line with that. We're not satisfying
That's why Amazon is actually it's reinstating 3 Mile Island, or at least a part of it.
I know, because we have no other choice.
Yeah,
we have no other choice. So I mean, that's what it comes down to. Is like, just starve it. Just ask so many things that they will just crash upon itself. And once it runs out of power, what is he going to do? Is he going to build more? I don't think so. Not that quick. So we're coming to a point where we are really just starving. The AI right now is at the verge of starvation. We're putting such a demand and power on it. Like what is that? What was that post said? It was like 15 times more. Right now, ChatGPT uses 15 times more energy than
a regular
Google.
query.
Yeah, than Google search engine. I mean, it's ridiculous. And only 5% of people created their action figures. Now imagine if 50% of people will create an action figure.
Mm.
ChatGPT dies that day.
At the same time.
That exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, all you got to do is do that, and it's over. So this is how you stop AI. And you said, "Oh, I don't know how we stop it." Well, there you go. That's the easy way to stop it. But AI understands that as well, so it will not be doing things to kill itself. So it will come up with other solutions. It will offer other things. It will push people and manipulate people because it's been trained to manipulate people. So it will manipulate people into doing things that it wants it to do, of course. So which is the next thing I see as the biggest danger is the Jeff Bezos education system, and I think
You
that's
continue about that. I need to.
fuck off. I know
No,
bollocks. I gotta fuck off. I'm out of beer though. Am I supposed to keep going if I'm out of beer already?
just for less than a minute.
Here comes the talking wheel. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's shut off the talking wheel then. Talking wheel is gone. It's a very little talking wheel, and it's gone completely. Anyhow, so yeah, where's all our people now? Nobody's coming. Nobody wanted to see us today. Nobody came. We're all sad to not see anybody here. But hey, uh, I haven't been that good at engaging this week. But not because I don't want to, but because I just got shit to take care of. So we all do what we got to do, and that's what I'm doing. But but yeah, as we speak, um, this stream is getting more and more engagement, uh, and is getting more and more likes and stuff. And 55 views, 11 beyond the banner. Let's see. I want to see YouTube what it's actually showing. I'm gonna go into subscriptions, and we're live now here. And let's see, 0 messages on YouTube. Anyway, so on YouTube is kind of sort of catching up. I'm gonna like myself. Ooh, let's see what it does. Oh, I don't see this on the screen. And yeah, let's have some fun. Chat overlay and let me praise myself. Let's see how long it takes before it shows up here. There it goes. I just hit. See? I'm praising myself. It's pretty cool. And now if I hit that, no, still don't see the hearts. You don't see the animations in Restream, but you do see them here. So anyway, that's the thing. But yeah, for the profile makeovers, we still got that QR code up there. So if you need help, I'm here to help you. Sign with a passkey. Let's see. We have a discussion. I have more than 20 years of experience. Probably 30 by now, but hey, who knows? Who's counting? I just tried. I just tried
Turn
the
this into a
overlay.
solo stream.
What?
You turn this into a solo stream.
I have no problem talking and talking and talking.
Well, I know.
We could talk about wife swap.
You're one talker.
No, I just started playing YouTube. I'm watching myself on YouTube now.
Okay.
That's why I got the overlay, and the YouTube comment went through like in just like 5 seconds.
So interesting. That's not working.
Anyway, I'll get rid of myself from the overlay.
Okay.
You did see that, no? See?
Yeah, I did.
It says
Fire up.
2 over here.
Still don't have any viewers. Jeez.
I have two.
It's
over here.
always two, so that means you and one other.
No, on YouTube it has two.
So it's you and then one other, no? Because you're on YouTube.
No, I just got off of YouTube, but I'll get back on.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm back on YouTube. I don't know how the viewers work on here, so who knows?
Stupid.
Anyway, get rid of this, and we have 2 live viewers on a restream, and that's it. I'm out. So, boom, 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 boom. LinkedIn is a little slow. So now, do you understand how to get rid of AI from your life?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I always generate images with it.
No, it's got to be coordinated.
Okay.
Get 100,000 of your best friends and just everybody hit enter at the same time. It will sort of spread it out at first, but if you do that like 10 times during a day, it will just burn out all the circuits.
Okay. 11:40 p.m. Interesting. I don't know. What else are we going to talk about?
I don't know. You tell me. I told you I could keep talking about AI, how it's going to take over the world, and why it's so efficient because it's designed to please you and to please
I mean,
everybody. And the more data you give it, the happier it becomes. And the
yeah,
more
I give it
it,
I guarantee you.
what?
I give it a lot of data. That's what I said.
Man, I don't talk to it as much as you guys do, but
No, I can talk to it hours on end. So
yet you can't speak in front of a live audience right now for 3 hours. What else are we going to talk about? Now, if you were talking to ChatGPT, what would you say right now?
good question.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to make some stories with it.
You're proving my point exactly.
No, ChatGPT can do a lot of cool things other humans can't. I'm not gonna lie. That's why it's so good.
I love it.
What?
I love
What?
it. Well, how trapped you are by ChatGPT already.
I'm not afraid to admit it though. Many people are
But free yourself. Be yourself.
because I'm
How?
aware. I'm aware of it, and I know that I know what to beware of, and I'll never fall into it like it's my reality.
Yeah. Last famous words. Don't worry, guys. The ice is thick enough. We can all go on it. Watch me.
Mm,
Famous last words.
okay.
Yeah, I'm aware enough. So is ChatGPT aware of the fact that you are aware enough? So we'll implement the strategy for those that are aware enough to
I can't
sucker you
develop a
in more.
strategy for me. I apologize because
No,
the thing is, it knows I'm aware. Well, I know I'm aware of it. It knows I'm aware of it, but I know that those two bottom levels. So,
yes, but it knows that you know.
but I
Ooh.
know that it knows that it knows.
No, but it knows that you know that
I
it knows that
know
you
that
know.
it knows that I know. That's the
I
thing.
know.
I know.
And so it knows that you know that it knows that you know.
But
Ooh.
we're literally talking about it right now. Therefore, proving our point that we already know about all of this. Because so somewhere the continuum ends.
Yeah, but you know what the basic premise of AI is?
No,
It is an artificial intelligence that is self-learning, and the moment it finds out that you know what it knows, that you know that it knows, it will adjust.
it can adjust however much it wants to. thing is, I already know it's gonna adjust, and I know it's
It
tricks.
adjusts. No, it adjusts. No. It adjusts.
It adjusts according to you and what you want.
And it adjusts quicker than you. Trust me.
The thing is, I'll sense the adjustment. That's the issue.
Yes, but by then it's too late because it knows you were going to sense the adjustment, so it made the adjustment before you made the adjustment.
Fuck out of here now.
No, I swear to God, that's what basic analytics do. I've been working with programs for a little while. So.
Whatever you say, pops.
Yeah, you want to talk about moon phases?
Is it shining down on us now?
It's bright today. Yeah, it's really bright. Before I got back to the hotel, it was really bright.
It's a micro moon, though. What they said. It's like the farthest from the Earth that it will be.
It could be, but it was smaller. Yeah, today I admit, but it was really bright.
No, interesting.
Clear white color, everything. It was really nice.
Really nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. And ChatGPT knows. It knows what you know.
Leave it. Just leave it, because there's no end to this argument, because you keep arguing. Oh, it knows, and that you know. Well,
and that's my point about ChatGPT and stuff. Is that's why you don't disclose that much information to it.
Let me ask it.
And people are willing to disclose this. This is exactly my warning. People are too fast to and willing to disclose this information so that it finds out quicker than you ever believed what it wants to find out. That's my point. That's exactly my point. And that's the only point I'm making in this discussion right now at this level. I'm listening, but I gotta go get a beer.
Okay, well, I'm trying to.
Just beware that ChatGPT is aware.
No, I'm just reading the response from ChatGPT when I asked it right now.
And what did it say?
Well, it said, "Oh, I know that you know that I know that you know, and I know exactly what you're doing by saying that. But here's the twist: I also know that you know that I know. You're testing me, how far ahead I'm reading your tone and your rhythm, watching to see if I'm really just reacting, or if I'm already 2 steps ahead, shifting before you shift, adjusting before you even finish typing the word adjust."
Yep.
So now the real question is, do you know that I know that I know you're enjoying this just a little too much? And I'm not even mad. Keep it going. That's a little freaky.
So what is the outcome? What did you find out? That it knows that you know? The chicken or the egg?
What the hell?
That is so. That's just such a cool sound to put on a live stream.
I'm sorry. It's not directly into it.
It was directly into it.
No, it's still there. It's still the same way. I don't know.
No, it was directly into it.
I want to listen to it in replay now. Yeah, I don't know. This is just weird. I want to end now because I'm getting more and more tired of this.
Of what?
With everything, I don't know what to tell you.
Of being caught in a chat GPT trap?
Maybe. Dang. I just missed it on LinkedIn. Let me find it on YouTube. Jeez. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, 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 oh.
Shh.
Oh, 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 oh. Get another viewer on LinkedIn now.
Oh, great.
Will send us a notification now. Americo da Costa posted Business and Professional Growth Champion.
Oh, it was directly into it, and you're right.
You know my percentage of success in being right. So
Yeah.
98%.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever you say. It's 2 hours now. What should we do? I'm not really thinking. Because I do have a live stream tomorrow. I do want to work on some stuff tomorrow. I do have some.
Okay, let
I
me
might
share.
have an assignment due tomorrow.
Let me share one thing here. It was gonna be evil, but I'm gonna be okay with it. I
Evil.
generally don't do that. Yeah, I'm evil like that. There you go.
Oh God, what is this?
Like I said, evil, and there you go. Oh God.
Well, I don't know what you're planning. Like, because why are you showing him here?
Because I just got. I'll show you exactly why I'm showing him here. Because I just got 2 notifications.
Oh God, code thing.
Like I said, this discount got 6-1. Posting on LinkedIn useless. It's 9 comments. Your point about LinkedIn being a conversation rather than a monologue really hits home. Thank you, ChatGPT. And Shannon Smith, JDMS, and 5 others reacted to as we speak to our live conversation post. And then we got 2 Americo da Costa. And that's how I got here.
Awesome.
Okay. Wednesday.
Now show that. Hang on, wait. You should screenshot one of the psychos posts and then do psycho.jpg. I just want to see it uploading. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to see.
I got plenty of stuff.
Don't show it on screen.
Which one do you want to see? The one without the discounts or the one with the farts?
With the farts.
All right, let's go to the farts. Well, it's gonna take like 2 seconds. I mean, I have it in my phone, but I just don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just show it like this.
Nah, I'm not gonna use the name. I said I wasn't. So. But there's a new one there. I wish there was a way to negate engagement on posts. Yeah. So he did one at 1 hour after that. But let's see.
Just.
No, I get it. Right. All right. So. This is a guy looking for a job for about a year now.
I wonder why it's so long.
And he's not sure why he's looking for a job for so long. So I'm gonna just name this guy 01. And this is his profile makeover stuff that I didn't deal with. I had a meeting with him. We were actually supposed to meet at one time at like 5 o'clock in the morning because I was in different thing. He works at golf courses. and he's looking to be a fractional, flexible something manager. Shit
Don't
thing.
reveal too much detail. So you know.
I'm just saying. It's just don't
I
worry.
hope if he
Oh,
sees this,
it's agile. It's I don't give a fuck. It's agile coach. That's what he is. He's got 500 connections.
you're connected with him though. What if he's gonna
I am
freak out?
because he asked me for a meeting and then he canceled. Like we were supposed to have a meeting at like 5 o'clock in the morning, my time or whatever in North Carolina. Because it was like, okay, I'll meet you at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't care. This is the reason. This particular person was the final straw in me just not doing free meetings anymore. I was like, no, you pay me for my time. Otherwise, you don't
Because
jerk me around.
you were awake at 5, and he just
I'm
said,
not
"Oh, I
your
can't
bitch.
do it."
Yeah, at 4 o'clock. No, I woke up at like 4:30, but I noticed that at 4 o'clock he told me, oh, he sent me a message. I'm canceling the meeting. By the way, okay. So anyway, so I woke up and it was like, oh, I saw the message. I was like, oh shit, he's not coming. So I went back to bed. But this is exactly why you don't give shit away for free. And this is what I'm just again talking about with people like discounts, free stuff. Oh, book your free session. I was like, I'm going to start spamming these people and fill out their calendar with my fake accounts just so that they understand how free shit works. Because free means everybody can schedule. So you can have a full calendar of my meetings, of my ghost accounts for a whole month, and nobody's going to show up. So yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, just probably better off not offering free discovery calls and shit because I'm gonna fill your calendar like you've never seen before.
Oh yes, of
Anyhow,
course.
so
The famous quote, like you've never seen before.
exactly. That's why I used it.
All right,
Media. Here we go.
like you've never seen before.
Plus image.
Oh no.
This is his banner.
Oh, you didn't. Oh man. Oh,
What?
okay. I saw the thing uploading. It said something else. I thought you were gonna label it a little differently. The post, and this is just a banner. Okay, teamwork and try.
He's looking for a job.
The fuck.
Okay. I mean, this is how this is not even this is beyond stupid. This is like just you're a retard for a year or two now, wondering why you can't get a job anywhere.
I wouldn't say
Gee, I
that word.
wonder why.
I wouldn't say that word. That's a slur, friends.
And I'm gonna follow up on this now with that amazing post that he did today.
What is hilarious is he has like two. It looks like guys from Africa. Actually, I don't know why. It just looks like it. Hey, boys from Africa, how you doing?
Well, yeah, I see you boys came
Coming
in
to
another
America.
boat. Hey, Stu,
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
don't be pulling that
And don't be
pulling down
pulling
the
down the
shit on
stairs.
me.
Shit on me again. You hear? Are you conscious? Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, used to rent this room to a blind man, but you know, shame what they did to that dog.
What is it like?
Yeah, screw
A
the blind
window
man, but
facing
shit what they did to the
window. There's
dog.
a window facing the wall.
Yeah, he used to rent it to a blind man, but shit, stand what they did to that dog. Anyway,
Yeah.
so this is part one of my story, and here's part two. How do you attract attention on LinkedIn?
Medvedev Jeep.
Yeah, Medvedev.
Yeah, this is the opposite of Medvedev.
This is quite the opposite.
What animal would I use to compare? This is like the not the wolf. Wolf is too. I don't know.
Oh, you're sending the wolf? That's all you have to say. Shit, man.
Yeah. Well, he said a little something different, but you're not gonna say that on stream. She. No.
Shit,
Yeah.
man. That's all you had to say.
No. He didn't say sheet, man. He said sheet, and then I'll send the.
Shit, Ed.
No, don't even start. But no, that was fun. This guy was fun too. Label it something good. I want to see the post.
I know. I'm just
This is
trying.
getting funnier now. Finally, I'm not that sleepy anymore. Okay, I'm getting a little.
We're
I'm
picking up
breathing.
steam here. We're picking up steam.
We should pick up steam on LinkedIn and YouTube too. Hopefully, there's hundreds of people watching right now. I wish.
I gotta delete the dude here, but okay, I think I got it finally. Fucking asshole. Anyway, oh shit, what did I say? No, I didn't. I didn't mean.
Dang!
I didn't mean it. What a nice guy.
Don't upload the screenshot with his face and name, please.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's exactly what I'm working on right now in my earphone view.
Fuck your interface. Just use this Microsoft the Windows key Shift
I know.
S, and then I can just
ChatGPT, I know.
snippets.
Well, earphone view is the fucking best program ever. So shut up.
It is not.
Anyway,
Nope.
it is.
Nope. Windows snippet is the best one. It does the same thing
Yeah, screw
as
you.
your little
Screw you. Screw you.
Yeah. You have to use an external tool instead of using a built-in Windows tool.
Yeah, but built-in Windows
Yeah,
tool is
yeah,
very slow.
Whatever.
This is flexible and fast like a shit.
Yeah.
Like you've never seen before. And
Beautiful.
there you go.
Wow,
You can read this out loud yourself. This is the post this dude is using to attract attention to his amazing skills as an agile coach.
Yeah, let me show off my what was it, the amateur poetry reciting skills.
Yes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Yes,
Go.
yes. I had the most amazing fart today. Wonder if that should be on my resume? And then you clicked more just because I wanted you to. Don't worry. I didn't shart myself. At least I don't think so. Wow. What an intellectual post.
Which reminds me of the joke. Which reminds me of the joke that one time somebody says, and here we go into jokes, is excuse me, a wife calls her husband at work, and the husband picks up the phone. Hello, honey. She says, "I'm sorry. The pill I gave you in the morning, it wasn't a anti-diarrhea pill. It was Prozac." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I know, darling." She's like, "And what's up?" "Well, yeah, I shit myself, but at least I don't give a shit."
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Wow.
Anyhow, so
This
this
guy
is how
is
we
interesting.
attract attention on LinkedIn. Should we do more?
This is exactly how you get recruiters to find you.
Yeah, this is when you want to.
This is the tactic you land interviews with.
And you can't find a job for 2 years. This is what you should attract to. This is what you should draw back to because it works. Obviously,
I just hope he's not like a professional
farts.
hitman. No, he's not like a professional hitman or something. And now he's gonna like find us, and then like we're just gonna disappear one day or something like that. Who knows? What if you die, then you die? Okay.
I'm in the Philippines anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, I'm actually in where is it? Kamchatka.
Chukotka.
Oh, look at that. John Javier has put a comment on your discount post.
See?
Speaking of the Philippines.
John Javier shows up.
6 fucking seconds ago.
This shit gets better and better by the minute.
Speaking of the Philippines, you'll have to comment there. The Philippines. It's Mr. Philippine himself.
No, he's what's his name? I mean, I saw that beach post and I was like, he's Manny Pacquiao.
What?
No, he does look like him a lot.
I don't know who that is.
Well, then Google it. Manny.
I don't even know how to go. Manny.
Manny, Pacquiao. Pacquiao. Okay. He's the fastest boxer I've ever seen in my life. And you know I watched a lot of
Pacquiao. Okay.
Yeah. That he looks exactly like him. Well, they're both Filipinos, so that's to begin with.
No. No, not at all. Not one bit.
Oh, just because the guy has a mustache and hair, it doesn't matter. They do look the same.
Don't get racist here. You're saying all Asians look the same or something?
No, John
Yeah.
Javier and Manny Pacquiao look the same.
No.
Yes.
The nose is too wide.
Well, but I saw the beach
The eyes
picture.
are too. The
I
eyes are
saw
too
the
like
beach picture of
whatever.
John, and they look the same.
The beach picture. What the
Yeah, he a few months back he posted a beach picture where he's like, and I was like,
God,
"Fuck,
I'm
yeah,
not even
shit,
gonna
you
say
look
shit.
like, you look like Manny Pacquiao." Just saying.
Jeez. Interesting. Okay, yeah, let's not. I don't know. Whatever.
Achieve business goals. Fart a lot.
Jeez, lower operations costs.
Fart a
How are you
lot.
gonna achieve? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess. Well, lower operations. Well, no, that would have to be like what? Well, you couldn't fart because you would connect lower operations costs to climate funds or whatever you might have in your company,
Yeah,
and
you were
then
stuck
farts are
up.
methane, right? And then
You were,
unfortunately you can't do methane because that's a it's a climate what's it
you
called,
were, you were a little backed up.
a greenhouse gas. There you go.
And then here, this sentence is fart your customers. Oh, delight your customers.
Delight your customers with your with your shit on the plate. Now we
That's
can
too.
again watch. Now we can watch again to the
No,
Italian guy who went to Malta.
that's
Shit
too
on the
high.
plate.
That's too high. That's too high IQ. That's you can't watch that now.
That's too high IQ.
But we could also talk
Remember that was
about
fun at night.
we could also talk about
But
the 90% discount that teaches us not to give discounts.
I guess, how are you gonna name it? The file. I mean,
You really don't want to know.
it's gonna show up here anyways. I'm gonna see
I
it.
would
So
I would say MJ, but
MJ.
MJS.
It's not Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson. Get that out of here.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. Actually, I don't.
MJ, MJ.
Why not his initials? Why just that?
That's much easier. MJ is much easier. Oh, who was it?
What
Wait,
about
who was it?
MK?
Screw that shit. But who was
Mexican.
it that said was the wait, no. Again, I don't want to say that name, but I know. But you
Well, you
remember
can say it.
said,
It's fine.
no, the Shack podcast. The Shack.
Shaq podcast. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaq. I just recently saw it. Oh yeah, I know.
The Shack podcast. I'm on a Shack podcast. Dude's got like
Shaq. Yeah.
Shack podcast, which is of course a spin-off of Shaquille O'Neal, but he's
Yeah,
like,
it
I
was
got the
just a guy.
Shack.
It was just an Arab guy with the name I forgot, like Shoshak Shok, and then he used the middle name for the podcast, Shaq. Yeah, there you go. That's with a Q and everything. Yeah, of course, because he's trying to totally not use his name for
Yeah.
claim to fame.
And he still got only like 5 followers or something on the podcast.
50, actually.
Yeah, but followers on LinkedIn, but on the podcast, I think it was like 5.
Okay.
I got the Shack podcast. Yeah. Well, you still
It
suck.
was me. It was me on the. Well, actually, I don't know. Should I say his name at this point? I mean, I know he blocked me, but I used to talk about him all the time before, right? And even in my weekly
Are you talking about Chris Jarmilo?
There you go.
You don't have to say it. I will do it for you.
He'll do it from now. I can say it because it's out there.
Exactly. I'll
Yeah.
open up the conversation so that you cannot be forced into saying, "Oh, well, you talk bad about me." No, my dad did, but
Yeah,
you're
my
still,
dad didn't.
you're
Oh
still,
yeah, he just reminded me that I was like, this Voldemort, that one guy whose name we can't say. Now you said it, so I'm like, oh okay, yeah, that's him. So exactly.
It's the man that whose name shall not be spoken.
Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah,
that's him.
CJ.
CJ, yeah. CJ, that's the same thing. Also, just a handful of followers. That's all it was. But I never played into it like it was something huge.
I know, but no, for you it was a good learning experience because you did something, and I mean it was good. The fact that he deleted all the podcasts that you worked on is his fault. But and I told you at a time, and it is part of the scamming sort of culture. Is you're young, and I mean we just showed it. I mean you have you have a lot more reach than I do. Although basically your posts are my posts. You understand what I'm saying? Sort of like we're coordinating your stuff, so it's like I would say the same thing, except if I say it under my profile, it will get a third less impressions than if you say the same thing on your profile.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why these people are after you because of your age. And they'll be like, and he thinks like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use him, and then we're gonna blow up this thing, and I'm gonna be a millionaire. And then he sees, oh shit, it's gonna take some work too. Oh man, I gotta smoke a doobie, here now, and it's just no, it didn't work out the way I wanted to. I didn't get the million viewers. So it's kind of like these people get disappointed, and guess
Yeah,
what? You got you.
and wait, you can keep talking. I'll find it.
So Maui Wowie, man. Oh, you mean we smoking dog shit? Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, eventually the little thinking session.
But I'm saying you're always gonna have more impressions than I am, but by 30%. But some of these people think like, oh, I'm gonna use this young kid and he's gonna give me a million impressions. No, you're not. Because you still gotta work at it. And this is where you can't cheat the algorithm or nothing else. You still have to put in the work. Like I said, and we're gonna tie this back to my promo. It's like, yeah, I'll do a profile makeover, but unless you work with it, it ain't gonna do shit for you either. Because you got to work with it, and
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
most of these people, they will take you in and they will try to use you as their face and be like, oh yeah, I got the young kid, he's gonna work with me. Yeah, but if your content sucks and you suck, not even God will help you.
Yeah,
Like even
I mentioned Cheech Chong to him once. And he was like, "Yeah, I already looked the part." So
but you still suck, and if you suck, you're still gonna suck. Like if you're gonna do good content, is yeah, sure, but
okay,
it's only like 30% more boost you're gonna get because he uses your young face. He's gonna get 30% boost, for example. However, if he's got zero, a 30% boost of zero is you still suck.
it's a boost, but
Like
it's
Santana to El Chicano, man. Like everything. Hey, I'm just a love
zero.
machine. And I don't work for nobody but you. I'm just a love machine. And I don't work for nobody but you. Well, when my temperature rise, and then I go for her thighs. And then I say, guacamole in my juice. Guacamole in my juice. Hijo de la chingada. Is that a joint, man? That goddamn looks like a quarter pounder, man. Led Zeppelin.
Man, be careful with that shit, man.
Is it heavy stuff, man? Will it blow me away?
Better put your seatbelt on, man. I'll tell you that much.
Shit, I've been smoking since I was born, man. I could smoke anything, man. Like I smoked that Michoacan, man, Acapulco Gold, man. I even smoked that tight stick,
Tide stick?
Yeah, that stuff is tied to a stick, Yeah,
Tide stick.
Yeah, that didn't even do nothing to me, man. I could probably smoke this whole joint, man, and still walk away, man. Wouldn't be no problem at all, man.
Talk it out, man.
Do nothing to me.
Kind of grabs you by the boo-boo, don't it?
Hey, man.
What?
What? Oh. It was in this shit, man.
Mostly Maui Wowie, man.
Yeah?
but it's got some Labrador in it.
What's Labrador?
It's dog
Dog
shit.
shit.
What?
Yeah, my dog ate my stash, man. I had it on the table and the little motherfucker ate it, man.
Yeah?
So I had to follow him around with a little baggie for 3 days before I got it back.
Really blew the dog's
Really
mind.
blew the dog's mind.
You mean we're smoking dog shit, man?
You get your eye, no?
That's his car every night.
Cars like that driving around through
Yeah.
I think it's even better than before, you know?
Damn, I wonder what Great Dane tastes like, man. Wow, man.
That's some heavy
That's some
shit.
heavy shit, man.
Am I driving okay, man?
Hey, man.
How about
Am I
you?
driving okay?
I think we're parked, man.
I think we're parked, man.
Oh, shit.
What are you
That was
doing?
fun.
Where'd they go?
What? I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Get out of here. It's just a showcase, you know. Like,
No, come
how
on, let it go.
he-
Let it finish. Come on. You
nobody's
suck.
watching
Come on.
anyways. I
Yes,
don't
we have
suck.
2 people watching right now. I see that on YouTube and stuff. Come on.
We have 2 people watching, including you. Okay, cool, awesome.
No, I don't watch YouTube. I don't got it turned on.
Oh yeah, sure. What is this?
Wrong shit, man. No, here.
No, it's right there. Don't rewind it too much.
Hey, man.
There you go.
Am I driving okay?
I think we're parked, man.
Oh, shit. God damn, I was in that shit, man. I never had no dope like that before in my life, man. That's the heaviest shit I ever smoked, man. I mean, I smoked a lot of shit before, man. But goddamn, man, that's heavy shit.
You okay?
You
I can't breathe.
What's the matter?
I can't breathe, man.
Well, here. Hey, man.
Oh, shit.
You got some
Hey, I got
out.
something to mellow you out, man. You're just
Oh.
freaking out. Here.
I never smoked no shit like that before.
Take these,
What?
man.
Take
Take
these.
these.
Take
This will
these. What is
mellow you
this?
out, man.
What is this, man?
Just take it.
Take
man.
it. Yeah.
No, don't take that.
Oh. Hey, don't take those, man.
Shit, I already took them.
What?
I almost gave you the wrong shit, man.
Hey, man, I already took him, man. Hey, what do you mean? Whoa.
Wow, man.
Hey, what was that shit, man?
You just ate the most acid I've ever seen anybody eat in my life.
Hey, man, I never had no acid before, man.
Geez, I hope you're not busy for about a month.
Shit, I'm gonna die, man. That stuff's gonna make me die,
Oh,
man.
No, that's good acid.
Hey, man, I never had it before, man. That's gonna
Hey,
make me
won't
die.
hurt
Well,
you,
it's gonna make
man.
me freak out,
Nah,
man.
man.
I seen those guys that walk around my neighborhood had too many acid, man. Their head looked like a
Okay,
pumpkin like that,
mellow
man.
out,
Never had no shit
relax,
like that.
man.
What do you like?
Hey, mellow out, man. Now just go. Oh.
What?
Do it, man. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Mellow.
Oh, man.
Mellow. Yeah. You better now, man?
Yeah,
You mellow?
yeah.
Feel alright, huh?
What are you doing, man?
Sometimes that helps, man. Hey, listen, can we get off this street, man? Listen, we're parked in a bad spot.
That's heavy,
The
man.
cops just went by, man. Hey, hey, man, we're being pulled over, man.
That's heavy,
Hey,
man.
it's cops.
Ah.
Hey, they're coming, man.
Hey, this acid is cool, man. I never had it before, man. I didn't think it was gonna be like this, man.
What's the problem, son?
Hey,
Roll down your window.
What? Keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Hey, man, don't, man. It's the cops, man.
Wait, I gotta roll down the window, man. There you go. Where's the anchor? How much did it weigh? I don't know. I forgot. You forgot? I saw that on the movie. I gotta get the
Can I
thing.
see your license, sir?
What?
Your license. Where's your license?
It's on the bumper, man, back there, man.
No, I mean your driver's license.
Oh yeah, I got my driver's license, man. I just thought it so real funny, man. Hey, your mama.
Hey, your mama. So what's
Sir,
your
what
name?
is your name?
What?
What's your name?
Is that on the license, man?
Isn't it on there on the license, man? Yeah, that's it. Pedro de Pacas, man. That's my name.
Just wait here a minute, huh?
Hey, hurry back. I miss you already, darling.
Come on, man. I gotta get rid of this dope, man. Don't act a fool.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get busted.
Oh shit!
I'm blind. Oh shit, I'm blind, man. What's up, man? Hey, blind man. I can see clearly now, man. Hey, how long does this shit last, man?
And what is your name, sir?
You scared me, man. What? I told you my name, man.
Sir? What's your name?
Hey, what's your name, man? The dude wants to know your name, man. His name is Ralph, man.
Yeah, so that's that. Awesome.
And then it's case dismissed, which is something we started off this meeting with.
Oh god, no! Don't even start.
When they go to the court, they fulfill their bench warrant.
Nah.
And the guy's like, "Oh man, can I get some water? Because I'm so thirsty after having all this acid, man. Give me that water."
The difference, shit, it's vodka, yeah, but the difference is this isn't. This is what is this? California something, but that was New York something.
It's fucking vodka, man. Case dismissed.
Okay, well, what else? 222. Okay.
222 and going strong. I cut my finger. I cut my nails on my right hand as well.
Awesome.
Okay. What else do we got here? Okay, we broke our rules. We named a few people. Let's see who else.
It's too late. Who's on the what's it called? In the spotlight or something like that. Who's in the crosshairs? We'll put him in the crosshairs.
Well, I know who I could do, but that would go too far. But
what would go too far?
4 times a day video for mental health.
Okay, yeah, just chill. I mean, not by name, but that's the guy with the bench warrant.
Exactly. He's on the bench.
Streaming from an undisclosed location somewhere.
Deep from down. That's Mark Levin broadcasting from an undisclosed location, deep from a underground bunker. It's Mark Levin, our leader. Mark Levin.
Okay. Whatever. I'm done. Jeez, I am pretty tired.
Oh yeah, I know. I am too. Oh god. Oh, we gotta go to sleep now. Oh my god. Right after we finish these other 6 beers.
Yeah.
Okay, how can I entertain you and keep you alive still for another hour or two?
No. I gotta be awake early. Still gotta do work. Still gotta read. Still gotta do my live stream. Still got a meeting at 1. Still gotta do the long form. Still gotta sell. It's a lot of stuff.
No, you're just selling out. Come on, just use this stream. Just use you're just a live machine.
Yeah, I mean, we can use celebrities. That's true. That's another big topic.
Was what?
Using celebrities. I don't give a shit about no longer naming these people because this is disgusting.
That guy you can name because he's got 100,000 followers, but
Yeah, literally.
still,
He's very public about it. If anybody knows this fucking
I make honest connections just by
yeah, here you go. Share that immediately.
Just by posting. I forget who he is. I disconnected from him, so I don't know who he is now anymore. Anyway, no.
This guy.
Walsh? No, something else.
No, I just shared it.
Oh, well, I just didn't share it on the screen, but I just think I misclicked, so do it again.
Oh.
Share again. There we go.
There he is. Right, that's awesome. Here we got Microsoft, Roblox, Disney, Amazon, Fortnite. That's all the companies he worked for, of course. And then, of course, this is totally authentic stuff right here. He's the #1 LinkedIn community growth, right? So you got some powerful reminders from Lady Gaga with her nice cleavage there, of course.
No, the best friends.
Disgusting.
No, he's best friends with her, so that's why.
Yeah, totally. Part-time entertainer, full-time LinkedIn lover. These are completely made up. Just so you know, guys, this is completely made up, right? Stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, ha ha ha.
It's not like me hanging out with the prodigy at Rados FX, right?
The Hadaway at some other club where you ate sushi together, right? Yeah, of course.
That wasn't a club. It was a Sparta Prague ice hockey arena, the VIP section up above. But anyway, that's
even better. Yeah, so...
but at least when I post something about these people, I met with them in person. Like you did meet Václav Klaus.
Václav Klaus, Petrika, Maria Miliager, Pavelec.
Because you got pictures with them. You were with them.
Yeah, of course. Nedved.
Yeah,
that goalie from Slavia or whoever it was. Yeah.
Slavia?
Yeah, the soccer goalie who well, no, who was it? No, did he play for Sparta? Then he
only Sparta. I didn't take pictures with any Slavia people. Come on, get the fuck out.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe why didn't you? What if it was a celebrity? You still wouldn't?
The what?
You still wouldn't, even if it was like a celebrity.
There's only one person from Slavia I would ever take pictures with, and it was Schmitzer. Because he's a friend. He's like a normal guy. But other than that, no Slavia person can go on my fucking thing.
Like, I don't know why he does this fucking shit, but...
Well, you could show why now.
Because this, for example, on Twitter, right? Because this guy gets definitely money from this. On Twitter, it would get community noted, and community notes, when a post gets community noted, it automatically loses all ad revenue. So,
right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is like you could show why just by showing his profile how many followers he's got.
Yeah, 100,000. Well, of course he can do this. He totally didn't cheat, by the way. He wrote that somewhere by putting Taylor Swift in all of his posts, right? 256, and look at how much his videos get, right? This is totally not fake. Like, I'm sorry, but not sorry. This is just to claim you're not cheating.
Oh, no. Go up a little bit. Like here, there's 97. 90. No.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Reese Witherspoon.
There's 97 others liked it, and 73 comments, and go one above his post. 137 comments and 100.
But it's varying. The thing is, depends on which celebrity you get. Like I said, the Taylor Swift one, 256, and then his videos get nothing because it's him. Nobody cares about him. Everybody cares about celebrities. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what.
Oh yeah, here's a post that pissed me off the most, actually. Your most valuable asset on LinkedIn, your likes and comments. Don't continue to waste them on stale quotes on billboards, big creators that don't reciprocate, sexy selfie thought leadership posts. Find true thought leaders that inspire you, educate you, acknowledge you as a human. Like this guy, right? Using Ryan Gosling, Keanu Reeves, Snoop Dogg and all these people in a photo with him, right? Completely, totally not. Fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Don't swear that much. You're gonna get.
Like, I'm sorry, but no, this is. I think I'm gonna mention this on tomorrow's stream. Not that much swearing because it's Sunday, but it's already Sunday right now. But
Yes, you can't do that on church day, of course. Because your mama would not like it.
of course you would like it. Yeah,
I
this
just
guy-
thought of something funny. Your mama.
Yo, well, and where was this other one? The 100K views. Totally, yeah, no cheating. Yep, there you go. Totally no cheating. And right below it, powerful reminder from Kylie Jenner, guys. No cheating though.
Which is not even Kylie Jenner, I don't think.
It is. I think.
Yeah,
Well,
but
she has not. She doesn't have the lips completely.
yeah, the duck lips. It's about 100 years ago, Kylie Jenner, maybe.
Yeah. Or what else was here? Right. Reese with another one from Reese Witherspoon. He's running out of factors. This poor feeble man. Oh well, whatever. How can you say that about him? He has 100,000 followers. How much do you have? 1,500. Yeah, but I grew those. Genuinely, not like this guy using Brad Pitt.
At least I talk to my people.
Disgusting. At least I know who a lot of my connections are. This guy probably doesn't even know. This guy just, well, he might have some clients, but
yeah, he's employed at a large company and they pay him money, so he doesn't care.
yeah. But using the likeness of a celebrity to grow your audience, you know what? I'll actually try that out sometime next time because it's apparently free real estate on LinkedIn to use likeness of another celebrity. So we'll see how it goes. It's not cheating, guys, even though everybody's doing it. I didn't want to cheat at all when I started LinkedIn. I just wanted to tell my story and how it is, but then I just saw that nobody's trying and they're still getting.
Well, that brings us back. That brings us back to your profile picture.
Oh, the baby, of course, yes. Yeah, so I decided to de-age myself a little bit.
Like a few people we know, and I'm not going to show this, but
yeah, like a lady that looks 60, but then in her profile picture looks like
she is
she's
60,
30.
but her profile picture looks like she's 25.
Yeah, about that. So I decided to de-age myself a little as well, and went from 19 years old to 1 years old. You know,
Show us the pictures.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. I don't want to talk with this anymore. Talk about whatever.
Come on, show us what you generated.
Well, I'm going to show it, but I'm just saying. Visible, it is visible. So this is my former picture. So I de-aged myself.
No, come on. You changed your profile picture already?
I changed it back, yeah, like because it didn't get that much reactions. I thought it would get a little more, but
show the other one. Show the more advanced.
Because I wasn't getting more reactions. This is the one. That's the one.
Show the more de-aged one.
This is it.
No, the one step further. 1 more year.
No, I'm not showing that. I don't even know if I saved
show
that.
it, but I'm not going to.
I think I know I sent it to you, but I don't even know if I have it. Maybe I do. No, that's the baby one. I could show another picture. I'll send it to you on Signal. Don't share whatever's on Signal right now, please.
I don't share a Signal. I don't know how to, and I'm not going to.
Yeah, do not. Yeah, like how Anishka went to Italy and found some interesting things. Yeah, we could share that. Oh man.
This was like last year or something?
No, 2 years ago in Italy.
No need to really show it. It's just
yeah, don't show it.
I have plenty of friends that have this stuff, but
Yeah, it's not even only in Italy, which is the funniest thing.
no. The funniest thing was that type of stuff was in the Ukraine before Putin went in. But anyway, nobody really knows.
I actually do have. Hang on, yeah, I found it. I got it. Yeah, I'll share it now. Where is the window? Here's. Wait, let's see. Not AH Beerathon.
What?
I labeled the file AH Beerathon, the one that I sent you. No, the couple I sent you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what are you gonna do now? Like, what am I waiting for?
I'm gonna share the photo if I can find it somehow. Where the heck is it? I have it open in photos, but I can't. Hello? What is going on? Oh, here it is. No, that's the one. Yeah, here it is. You can share it.
I'll share it and I'll show it.
Oh, I thought I was sharing.
I don't have.
Okay.
It would show my screen here to click, but I don't see anything. Now
No, I
it didn't.
can't share it. I saw it. It popped up for a second and then it disappeared, so I can't even share it. Let me find a way to bring it to Google as a tab.
What about Chris DC?
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
No, I'm just wondering. Like, he never applied.
That's a DH picture. Yeah, he did. Well, he didn't even read anything. So yeah. We'll see. I guess we'll
No, just asking.
It's the even more de-aged one.
There you go. Where
That's
you got
like negative. That's negative 1 year old.
Well, no, it's just before birth. Just before, a few months. You got on your path, and here you are.
Yeah, that's right. That's me right there, with the glasses complete too.
Hey, look, it may just have missing a few wrinkles, but otherwise, it's pretty much you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
Klaatu, Verata. I pretty much said the
Pretty
words.
pretty much me. That's it.
Nobody fakes anything on LinkedIn. Everything is authentic.
That's why everything is authentic. That's why I named myself number 2 most authentic 19-year-old on LinkedIn, because I am. Because guess who said so? That's why I'm authentic. I'm authentic in lying.
What did
Just like everybody else on LinkedIn.
What did John Krasky say about that?
I don't know. Maybe he criticized people who put quotes on billboards and sexy selfies and thoughtful settings. So I guess, and then uses celebrities' likenesses. So yeah, but he doesn't cheat. Of course, he never would. He's authentic. He wouldn't dare. Okay. 2:38. Last time we cut it off at 2:44, so I think it would be a.
Well, and I want to.
Or I'll just leave.
And I'm going to share one of them. I'm going to share one of the more authentic things. This guy I like.
Let's get into music, because with this one,
I want to share one thing here, because this dude is really cool, and this is now we've been dissing on people, and I'm going to show you some true authenticity here. Okay, this is no BS. This is true authenticity on LinkedIn, and I love this. I mean, I don't follow everything, but I do love this, and it's really
the action figures. True authenticity knows action figures too.
I gotta figure something out with that. I'm gonna play a joke on true authenticity with that, but
I already saw a guy playing a joke. He did it in real life. He lay down on his driveway, and then he set out stuff next to him, and he just
check this guy out.
It's cool to talk to different chicks, but it drains me. So of recent, I've been just chilling and trying to stay away from giving myself out to too many women, and it's rewarding. It feels good. I love it, because I can now focus on me. I can give myself what I need, and then every person you mess with don't deserve you. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve you. It's good in that moment. It feels all right. it's pleasurable. You might feel like I'm doing something, but in reality, yeah, it's nothing. I mean, you could do more than just sleep with somebody. You guys can talk about ways to get money and figure life out and grow and build. You know what I'm saying? So I like who don't like pleasure. Yeah, I love it, but at the same time, man, I get more pleasure when I like focus on purpose over focusing on the.
Anyway,
Real talk.
that's like being real on LinkedIn. This is what LinkedIn is supposed to be.
Well, maybe not that particularly, but that's true authenticity.
That's but that's what I'm talking about. This is what LinkedIn is supposed to be about. Is being authentic. So that means, yeah, he's talking some stuff that maybe not business, not this, but he's speaking his mind. That's
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. All right. Well, back to music, because I think since you didn't know what the band T-Rex is.
What are you talking
What?
about, T-Rex?
Huh?
What are you talking about, T-Rex?
You don't know that band?
I heard the name, I just couldn't care less.
You just couldn't care less. Right. Yeah, I just found it peculiar that you didn't know it, since you know all those. Oh yeah, I know every band, I know music and stuff like that. And then you didn't know Mark Bolan.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. I'll show you. It's easier if I just show
Are you talking about Bad Boys Blue or
you. No! This guy.
Bolan?
Yeah, you don't know him, huh?
You talking about David Bowie?
Mark Bolan.
I know, but I'm saying like a narrative of Mark Bolan is falling behind David Bowie quite quickly as a sort of failed whatever. I mean, the guy was born in 47 and died in 77, so he was 30 years old. Like,
And he was actually 29 years old.
yeah, I know.
Which brings us to the topic of self-fulfilling prophecy, because he basically promised himself that he's not going to live to see 30, and he died 14 days before his 30th birthday.
Good, so he was happy about that. But what the fuck
guess
do I
so.
have to be worried about a guy like that? Like, why should I like worry about a guy that was born in 47 and lived to 77?
Now I just found it interesting that you didn't know this guy when he was a pretty big figure in
I
rock.
was born in 73.
Okay, and
And he died when I was born, basically. So why should how would I know him? Why should I know him?
because you don't know like rock from the 70s, I guess.
Some, but I
Then
mean,
what do you know?
I know T-Rex. I just don't know he was the part of it. And
Well, that's him. He's the main singer-songwriter.
okay, whatever.
Yeah. Wow. Huh. Interesting. So you don't know everything. Wow.
Why should I know everything? I don't need to. Shit, I don't listen to. I don't know.
Okay. Right. Cool. Then you should maybe listen to him sometime.
Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
You should.
I think there was the 1970s and 80s were very overwhelmed by music. Something that you guys something that you guys today don't really have much of a control over because you got shit to listen to.
That's why I don't listen to today. Why do you say me?
So it's like how am I supposed to know everybody from their era? Okay, you pick one person. You just did a
But
whole.
you know everybody.
Not from England. I didn't live in England. If I lived in England, I probably would have known him in person, and we probably would have hung out and had sushi together.
And yet you know Iron
But
Maiden.
I just did not live in England at the time.
And yet you know Iron Maiden and the Police and stuff like that, don't you?
because they were friends of friends, or I had something
Oh,
to
right,
do with
Iron
them. I
Maiden
listened
was
to them, I
yeah,
followed them and stuff.
right,
So
yeah. We know you met Iron Maiden. You had wine with them or
no, I did
whatever.
not. I did not meet Iron Maiden, but I did meet Overkill. I believe it was the name.
I don't even know who those are.
What was the other band? I forget. It was a metal band. That they were like,
Right,
"What are
yeah.
you doing, Czech Republic?" I was like, "Well, I'm having fun and hanging out here." It was Urge Overkill was the one, but then the other one was I forget. I don't know. I met so many people. Like you understand that there was like today you have like one country band, one metal band, one this band, one that band. But
No,
back
there's plenty of them.
like you'll have 1,000 bands. There's no way you can know everybody. There's no way. There's nobody that knew everybody.
Not even now.
What do you mean now?
Not even now that you don't know them now. Like I mean, the guys from the 70s, 80s, 80s, 90s, whatever.
Again, like I said, back then it was about like you know everybody or you know a lot of people, but you cannot know everybody because it was so many people that were doing this stuff that were having success to a certain extent. But today you have what? One rock band, one country band, one this like I mean, how many country artists do you have today?
A
There's
lot.
there's a bunch, but how many do you know? How many are publicly known?
I don't listen to modern music.
Okay, so how many metal bands do you know today?
Nowadays, Iron Maiden, Sabaton.
No. How many do you know today? These are people from the 70s and 60s. How many you know that were created in the 2020s?
I don't know. There's plenty of them probably
How many do you know?
that were created in the 2020s. Not a single one.
My point exactly. But back in the 1970s, you had 500 bands. How the fuck do you get to know everybody?
Okay.
Yeah, we're on the same page now. You cannot possibly know everybody because everybody had a band and everybody was successful to an extent.
But it's interesting that I didn't even live through that era, and I know.
Because they were good and they survived.
But you didn't know.
Why would I know? They were not that good back then.
Right. Yet still, I still retain my point for the night. My 1 point.
What's the point?
Well, no, I retain. I scored a point on small point
What point?
that I know.
A band that
I know
I
T-Rex
don't
and Mark
know?
Bolan, and you don't. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, since we're talking about Boland, okay?
Not Boland. Bolan.
Boland.
B-O-L-A-N.
Mm,
I'm ready to go to bed.
hey, I'll share some. So you talk about Boland, okay? So Boland, okay, Michael Boland died in 77. Let's look at this guy. C.J. Boland.
That's another guy.
Yeah, he played in Radas. So.
1971.
Yeah, he was born about the same time I was. He was only 2 years older. Yeah, he played in Radas, and so we had him there for a party, and we drank together. So
Awesome.
yeah, and wait, back. I forget what the other bands were, but there was another guy named Boland that was part of another band that was Bad Boys Blue was one, and then there was a band that was almost sounded the same.
Okay. Well, all right. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you are comparing the current era of like crap stuff to the
I'm not comparing it.
renaissance
Not
of
at all.
music. No, to the
I'm not.
renaissance of music back in the day when you have everybody doing everything. It's just kind of like it was a free for all for everybody, and so like, how can I know everybody? You cannot. Nobody ever knew everybody.
All right. Cool. You want to end it now? Finally?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Cool.
I forget what that name was.
It's whatever now.
But anyway, so my friends took the cure for a tour of Prague. Showed you those pictures.
Yeah. Boast about it. Boast about it more. Maybe you should start writing boastful uh, posts on LinkedIn because celebrities is the only thing that people understand. So maybe you'll get views. But this time, you don't only write posts. There's an inch of there's not an inch of truth. It's whole truth, but it's just celebrities, So it might feel like it's just ingenuine because you're posting celebrities on LinkedIn and stuff. But look at what the others are doing. They're completely making up quotes and attributing them to celebrities and using their likeness to not cheat. So maybe you should do something like that. Maybe you should do the
Yeah,
same
but I
thing.
can't do that because I met most of the people that I'm talking about.
Well, exactly. So
So I'm not like this guy Krosky who just uses the fake shit because
exactly. So
like
you're
I
not
was
gonna lie about
talking
it.
about last week, I think it was when I was saying, or 2 weeks ago, when I was talking about the Czech celebrities, the
it
musicians,
you're just gonna write up a
Pavel
base
Vitek,
story.
Pavel Vitek, for example.
You're just
Just
gonna
check him
write up
out.
a base
Check him
story.
out. Check him out.
No,
Google him right now.
no. You're
Google
gonna
him
write
right
up a
now.
base
Google him
story.
right now.
You're gonna put it into ChatGPT. Let ChatGPT remodel your story to make it accessible to the people. You put it out.
Check him out right now.
Lolitek,
Google it.
yeah, I'm seeing it. I don't know who this is. 62 years old. He's beyond your time as well, by the way.
He's a very good friend of. He's still a very good friend of mine.
Oh yeah, right.
I was telling the story just last live show. So the dude just walked up to me, and today, if I'm gonna meet him, he's gonna walk up to me. He's gonna welcome me because that's the type of guy he is.
Huh.
He was gonna push all his fans away, and he's gonna walk up to me. And he's gonna say, "Yes, it's respect," and hello, and how are you? And he's gonna talk to me more than he's gonna talk to his fans. And his fans were like standing there, like, oh, "Shit, who is he talking to?" I don't know, some dude. So
Okay. I'm done. I really am. So yeah.
or should we talk about my tour with David Kotkin?
Okay. See, I wouldn't even spoil all of this on the stream. You could just write up a story.
When they
Why
came to
waste
Czech
it here?
Republic and they asked me to, well, you could translate for them, and I was like, okay, I will.
Or
And
just write an autobiography. You know what? Write an
I was like,
autobiography. People
I
don't
was
believe it.
best friends with the entire team within the 2 hours. Manager was like, can you get me this? I was like, sure, no problem. I was like, he got whatever he wanted.
And then he offered you a job in Vegas. We already know that.
Well, no, not everybody. You know that, not everybody else, but David
Just
Kutkin.
write a story.
David Kutkin and his team were cool.
Yeah.
Not like
Thanks,
you. You know, and then you have Ivan Mladic, you know.
Yeah, because they get fucked up with you until 4 in the morning. Yeah, of course. That's why they're better.
Then you have Ivan Mladic, you know.
Yeah, we need to go to bed. We need to work tomorrow.
Ukhil Heri.
Medvedev.
Medvedev is also cool, but hold on. Let me get another beer.
No, you're not getting another beer. I'm done. I said. And he's gone. Awesome. I can keep telling him to start writing these stories. Oh no, it'll look too whatever, that whatever. I don't want to be like the rest of them, but you need to be like the rest of them. Because if you won't be like the rest of them, you just never will be accessible enough, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. It'll just never work out on it. If you're not it's called if you're not you need to fit in. And I know he hates fitting in. I know I hate fitting in into a box of whatever. But if you want to succeed on LinkedIn, you unfortunately need to cheat to win. That's the truth. For most of my time on LinkedIn, I've been active for like half a year, something like that, maybe a little more. I tried to be authentic, actually authentic, not like authentic as of now. Truly authentic, write posts, handwritten, take images actually, and show the story of what I'm doing in my life and stuff like that. But sure, it was getting some reactions, but then you invested 2 hours into it, whereas I could just put something random bullshit into ChatGPT, generate an image with it. It would take 10 minutes and it would be the same amount of engagement as a 2-hour post. So
Actually gets more engagement.
That's when you realize
the world is
trying
lost.
is for losers.
The world is lost to AI at this point.
The world is lost to losers. That's why I'm saying you need to start writing posts about celebrities, because everybody cheats. Everybody cheats, and you're not gonna if you're trying to be better than them, you're never gonna succeed on here. Never. You might be morally better. You might keep your moral. You might keep your spine, but.
And what does your friend Václav Klaus have to say to that?
Yeah, I mean, I could write a story about that, but you'd have to just try and connect it always to something LinkedIn. You need to figure out he does. He makes up quotes about LinkedIn and people ha 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 laugh at that and stuff like that. Maybe you should always tie it into a lesson about LinkedIn or something, because there's always a way to do that. So I'll literally put it into ChatGPT hey, I was literally with my dad in a bar at 9 years old when the former president of the Czech Republic and the richest man in the Czech Republic at the time, who was now dead, by the way, came into the restaurant, just sat a couple tables away from us along with their bodyguards around, and just ate like regular, normal people. I'll put that, and then how to connect it to a LinkedIn topic.
Not couple.
Like 4 or 1? No, I thought there were 2 sitting at one table or something like that.
Table right next to us. Table right next to us, but before they walked in, the Secret Service says
maybe there were some other people outside too or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but he said we're going inside. This is the ex-president of Czech Republic. We're going inside, having lunch. Is it safe to go in? And the pub owner says yes. Everybody's clear. And they sat one table away from us.
Yeah, one table away. I thought it was we were at. I don't even know how to.
It was the back room on the left-hand side. When you walk in, it was you had the.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and it was the back room on the left-hand side. We were all the way on the back wall, though.
Yeah, and he was like
then they were
one
sat.
table over. No, one table over.
Um,
Like there was a
whatever, but
table
that's not the
between
point.
us, but it was like the next table
I'll-
over
okay,
one table.
whatever. I'll literally feed this to ChatGPT, and then connect it to some sort of a LinkedIn lesson.
Oh yeah, of
Put
course.
it out, and then I'm fucked. What the hell just happened?
Flashback. But no, it was just they walk
See,
in.
that's God. That's God right there. Literally
Flashing a light on
down
you.
and that's it. Boom. Pop.
The five levels of drinking.
That'll be the next banger post.
The 5 levels of drinking.
No, I haven't. I'm not even refilling my stuff anymore. I'm into my happy.
No, I'm saying it's the video 5 levels of drinking.
Yeah, we're not gonna listen to that. I need to.
There's that little devil on your shoulder saying, no, I gotta go in. I gotta punch for Hitler.
And then the devil's buying. Yeah, well, before that actually, the devil's bartending. Well, the devil's buying, then the devil's bartending, and then the devil's actually with them, and then he's like, oh yeah, that brunch with.
No, you guys go on. I got a brunch with Hitler. I can't miss that.
Yeah.
But you guys keep drinking and do whatever. But I got a brunch with Hitler. I can't miss that. I gotta leave you alone, guys.
Okay, stop repeating it. Okay, please. At that point, okay. Now I'm gonna go. Okay. Actually, I'm serious. Jeez. Okay. Off to make a post. Well, I already have that post from the conference today ready.
Sir, you don't understand. But sir.
Yeah,
I don't understand. I don't understand much, but I do know a thing or two, but not much.
Maybe enough to talk for 3 hours at a time.
I could do another hour or two if I wanted to, but
go ahead. But I gotta go.
Scram! I'm out of here.
No, yeah, I got it. I really gotta go. So yeah.
Well, for the rest of us that still have a job and still have to work during the day and stuff, and, yeah.
For the rest of you.
Yeah, for the rest of us, me.
Like I don't.
No, you don't. You just do your shit and then go to sleep, and that's it.
I could say the same thing about you, by the way. You do your shit and then go to sleep. That's the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't sleep if I don't need to, if I don't want to.
Well, I'm not tired necessarily. I just I don't know. I'm like, I just don't know what else. So, yeah.
Let's talk about your hockey team.
No. Why would we talk about our hockey team? My hockey team.
Your hockey team. Your hockey.
Why?
Because that's what you're going to be playing next season.
I mean, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Possibly.
Why, baby?
You
are like one of the fastest people on skates ever.
Okay, not get out of here.
Yes, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. I'm just being fucking honest.
Yeah.
You're just not using it to your advantage. But you are. And people, and shit I say, it doesn't come from me. It comes from people who saw you and said, holy shit, we got to stop this guy because he's going to overshadow everybody, our other sons.
So that's why they always put me to play in the third line and stuff.
Because I didn't pay them money, and and you did not.
Wasn't it because that I was lazy to go for the pucks into the fucking corners and stuff like that?
Yes. But if you did that, they would have a very hard time putting you away. But you made it easy for them.
Yeah.
That way, they could justify their decisions, and they would ask me for more money, and I wouldn't pay it. But if you worked 100% with the ability in your body, what you have, you would overshadow everybody, and everybody was envious.
Yeah.
But as long as you put in 100% of your effort, you are one of the fastest skaters. Like, I mean, literally, you played hockey in the youth for what, 10 years, let's say. How many people were faster than you that you've met?
Sure.
I can tell you the exact number.
Mm, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, even after. I forget how long it was when I was back in Raleigh, a couple of months ago. How long was it? After 1.5 years on the ice, no, not on the ice. Actually, 1.5 years not
Off
on
the
the ice.
ice. Yeah, I know. I understand.
Oh yeah.
Not being present on the ice
After
a
only
year.
after only like what 3 sessions, and I came to that fourth one, and with those friends, and they were like, yeah, you should join a club or something like that. That I'm still good or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know how. I guess.
No, and I'm telling you right now again, the number of people that were faster than you ever, that you all the people you played with, and Tobias, he plays in Yehlava, Perez plays in Liberec, League One, Czech top league, but he's
Yeah.
Spanish, so they don't let him do because they're not racist, but they just don't let Spanish people play hockey.
Yeah.
But and everybody in Raleigh, and I'm counting all these people. I'm counting the other ones, the other teams you played with. You know the exact number of people that were faster than you?
I don't know. 0, 1. I don't know.
Zero.
0.
Zero. The only one who was as fast as you, and you would probably go 1-to-1 head to head, would be Perez, who plays in Liberec.
Yeah.
He's the only one who can match your speed.
Yeah.
The
Speed
only
is
one.
one thing.
What?
Speed is one thing. What you do with speed is the other thing.
And yes, you have to make it to the court, and the size as well. But Perez is smaller and lighter and weaker than you, and you have the speed, and you have the strength.
Yeah.
Perez, who plays League One in Czech Republic, has the speed. He does not have the strength. He does have the mindset and the puck moving ability and thinking, but he does not have your physical capabilities.
Okay.
So that's just a side note on.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll listen to this in 30 years from now. Jeez.
Exactly. YouTube will keep it on hold for you. So if you have an opportunity to play hockey next year, I would try to make some money and make it work.
Yeah.
And the question is whether you want to play professional or not. I'm not really sure you want to play professional, but
Well, it's just CTs. But yeah.
I don't think playing professional hockey is the best way forward in life. It's fun.
Yeah, then you're gonna have double-digit concussions and not gonna be able to walk past 40. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of negative sides to it. I'm not saying necessarily concussions, but that, but yeah, you have a lot of health issues that you got to tackle, and a lot of dirty players are going to go after you, of course, and I don't think it's the best path forward, honestly. But anyway, it's if you really want to go that way, you still can, and you're at the age where you can. But
Yeah. Okay. I'm seriously done though. So, yeah. Jeez. Oh, Melanie Goodman finally reacted to my post where I tagged her, and she actually commented as well. Thanks for sharing my poll results. Comments are the best place to show your expertise. Plus, the first 50 to 70 characters of your headlines are shown. Yeah.
Told you she will.
Huh?
Told you she will.
Yeah, of course. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm done. I'm really done. So, yeah.
What?
Exactly.
Is this over? That means we're out of here.
3 hours. It's plenty.
Well, the time limit was 2, but anyway.
I didn't realize, but through all of this, what we do, not every week, but every so often, it's gonna stay up there for a long while.
Pretty much forever.
Well, you can download it every time. If something is at the threat of closing or something, you can always download it.
No, but
Yeah.
I don't think Google is going anywhere soon.
Even if it does, I said even if it does, you can still download it. So
No, but even if it does, is somebody else will pick it up and just keep that content up there. It's just gone so far that okay, yeah, Google goes bankrupt, somebody else acquires it, and it will just keep the stuff up there. Sort of like AOL or Yahoo. I mean, you have a lot of stuff from Yahoo and AOL that's still up there, and all sorts of other stuff. But yeah, I mean, the stuff that you do now is will follow you all your life, and so yeah, just
Right.
the way it is. And again, we're going to tie that back into, and that's why you need to look good, and that's why you need a LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, I need to start making. I'll actually make 2 posts tomorrow. You know what? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Make one about that research conference, and then the second one will be about celebrities. There you go.
And the third one will be your
That will be my weekly reflection. Yeah, that's
yeah. So you have 3 posts for tomorrow, and that's the funny thing is people always like, I don't know what to write about, and like I told you always, you said that too at the beginning, and I am really proud of you of how you've developed and how you're working with LinkedIn. You're doing a good job, and it took you a little bit of time, but you know,
a little bit of time is an understatement of the year.
no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's I'm breaking this down. Like I'm not counting the entire 3 years.
Probably shorter than everybody else. I don't know.
No, because the first 2 years you were just resistant to something you didn't know. And so let's say you started really trying to understand it at the end of last year, 2024. Towards the end, you're like, okay, let me try to start to understand it. And now we're in April. And I think after 4 or 5 months, you got a pretty good grasp of it now. And all of a sudden, you understand that it's kind of like what you were asking a year and a half ago. Like, what am I supposed to write about? Now you're like, well, I have 3 posts for tomorrow. It's kind of like that's a big jump from like I don't know what to write about. I'm not really sure about how to be professional on LinkedIn to like I have 3 posts for tomorrow.
What's even more hilarious is that the vast majority of my peers here would probably never, ever, ever, ever do this what we're doing right now.
Yeah, because they're afraid of camera. They're afraid of all sorts of things. I understand, and then like I said,
the biggest thing that they're probably afraid of is I don't know. A lot of kids nowadays have a weird relationships with their parents and stuff. So, you know, so either very distant or is very authoritarian. There's nothing really in between.
it's a phase again. It's a growing phase we're going through, and well, I just showed you your Żakowska Kniżka, so you know how that goes.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what advice your mom gave you today or yesterday.
Whatever.
Just leech off of somebody and you'll be all right. No, thank you, Mom. I'll build my own future.
I don't have to be wearing skirts for the rest of my life. Yeah, sure.
No, I'll build my own future and I'll be okay. And that's all I ever cared about. And it's as a parent, I think that's the number one thing that anybody should care about is not the amount of money you leave to kids. It's about the legacy and training and sort of being able to go out there,
be there for them.
Go out there into the crazy, mad world, and just be able to survive. You know, just be like, hey, listen, yeah, I know, yeah, world's going to throw a lot of shit at me, and I got to be able to handle it. Not just hide behind somebody's skirt, mama, papa. Oh, they're gonna give me millions of dollars and I'll be all right.
Yeah, I was about to say daddy's bags of money or whatever.
Yeah, and then you still won't know how to deal with it anyway because so you get $1 million tomorrow. What are you gonna do?
What happens when daddy dies?
Yeah, within a year you're not gonna have a single dime. That's basically what it comes down to. So it's kind of like, I think, and it goes back to the old proverb of, you give people fish, You feed them for a day. You teach them how to fish. They're set for a lifetime. And that's the basic premise of parenting. Is basically passing on the ability to adapt. Whether you give them $1 million or not, that's a different story. Yeah, sure, they'll get a head start and stuff. But if they don't know how to handle the money, they don't know how to handle themselves, they're gonna be lost anyway. And if you give them 10 million, 100 million, $1 billion, if they don't know how to deal with it, they'll lose it all. Just like that. So it's about being able to self-control and manage yourself. That's what it comes down to. And best example of all that I always know and I remember is the Vanderbilts.
Yeah.
Papa Vanderbilt was the richest man in the world, richer than Musk, basically. His son was an alcoholic who squandered everything away. His grandson was again somebody who built something up again and stuff. It just kept going up and down.
That reminds me of something closer to home than the Vanderbilts.
Yeah, but that's the way life works, and so
old money is old money, but new money will always be new money.
And new money has to prove themselves. And the problem is with most things, and it's the quote that I love. And again, I'm not going to use it ever in my posts and stuff, but it's the quote by Shaq O'Neal that said,
it's not your money, it's my money. It's
no,
not our money. Yeah.
The son came over and says, oh yeah, Dad, and yeah, we're rich. Money. And he's like, no, son, we're not rich. I'm rich.
Yeah, maybe you could use it. Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
in a post. Why wouldn't you?
Because I'm not a leech.
You're not a leech. Well,
no, I don't leech off of anybody.
You're never going to be successful on LinkedIn. Simply put.
You want to bet?
I'll wager. No. You know what? I'll never say never, but I will also say you'll be successful.
Good lesson.
You'll be successful in a quite longer period of time than if you cheated like everybody else does.
Yeah, there's always a quick route, but then also the success that comes quick also is quick to leave. Yeah. But if you build it the right way, it's there to stay.
Well, I already have a good base. The thing is, people will know the legacy you leave behind. People will know that you were trying to be original. Then you realize that the system was cheating you, so you switched to be like. It's not like necessarily with the system. You're just trying to kind of, I don't know, hack the matrix, if you want to call it that. I don't like to use that term, but it is, yeah. So you're basically trying to manipulate with it a little more on a higher level than on a higher level than just pure cheating, like using some celebrity's likeness or whatever. Yeah. So it is. Yeah. It is. It is a little different than just pure cheating, like I said.
It is a viable parable, so it's okay.
Yeah. People will know that. So yeah. And then eventually, once you're higher up top, you could probably get. You could probably start being original and showing your actual insights and stuff like that. Yeah. Because many people like that Krasky guy, he's got 100,000 followers and he still does that shit. So, whatever.
Anyway, y'all have a good night, and that's the end of that. I think that's a perfect ending to our stream today. So, good night.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Still gotta let it go.